One day in history, someone asked God, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and thus God made McAlester. And here on this turf at Mike Deak Field in McAlester, Oklahoma, these Buffalo seniors have called it home for their time with the McAlester Buffaloes, and this is the final time that they're going to get to play, more than likely on this field at Mike Deak Field in McAlester, at least with their teammates of the McAlester Buffaloes. So we are honoring the McAlester Buffaloes seniors today here on senior night, and it's up to the McAlester Buffaloes to see if they can finish it with a win, and if they get one against the Oktaha Tigers, it would be a mighty win indeed. Will it happen? We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to senior night in the final home game of the 2024 season for the McAlester Buffaloes in this matchup between the Oktaha Tigers and your McAlester Buffaloes. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, coming to you live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, the KNED app, as well as video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel. And we're also joined by Mr. Todd Allen that's going to be helping us out a little bit today. Todd, you're always welcome. Again, he's going to be doing the camera. He's going to be doing some of the video stream work on the board. You're always welcome during this broadcast to be able to speak, deliver commentary, whatever you want to do.
Man, it is a great night for baseball. You know, you wouldn't have thought it was going to be this morning.
No.
With all the storms coming in, but I guess it looks like the field survived it. And then I can see blue skies starting in a little bit.
That's wild, huh?
That's kind of nice. You almost feel the sun every once in a while. So, and it's going to be windy. Going to be interesting to see how the ball carries.
Yeah, it's blowing out to left field for benefiting the right-handed batter. And also, you wouldn't think we're under a tornado watch.
But we are.
Which we are under a tornado watch until 9 p.m. tonight, so keep that in mind. 74 degrees right now. As of the hourly right now, it's still looking pretty good for McAlester, but of course, Oklahoma weather is always weird. It could
always change.
Could always change at the drop of a hat. So hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully we kind of know what we're dealing with. They're getting the senior parents and senior guardians there and senior families. They're lining up with their seniors as we speak, trying to get along the third base line. What we're going to do here in a little bit is we're going to make sure that we send it down to the field as Mary Martin is going to introduce our seniors and their families and just talk a little bit about them, as we are going to be looking at Jaden Chaney, Aiden Shumway, looking at Gannon Mullins, Braden Phillips, Caden Lesnow, also Ethan Watkins and Jackson Lauerman as well, as they make their way down the left field / third base line, and pictures will be taken at home plate. You never forget your senior night, and this is why I think it's important for McAlester. We'll get to this point in a little bit, but here is Mary Martin, and she'll take you the rest of the way here.
The athletic department would like to take time to honor our seniors. As we begin tonight's ceremony for the Buffaloes, we would like to say how proud these seniors have made our school and our community. As they enter the field this evening, Coach Singleton will present each senior with a coin. This is a gold Buffalo coin that symbolizes their commitment, determination, and perseverance that embodies the spirit of the Buffalo. Our first senior tonight is number 2, Caden Lesnow. Caden is the son of Lacey and Nathan Lesnow. He is a 4-year member of the baseball and football teams and played basketball for 1 year. He was on the 2-time state runner-up football teams and was a regional champ in baseball in 2022. He was first team all-district baseball and all-area baseball in 2022 and 2023. He plans to play baseball in college and get a degree in kinesiology. Number 2, Mr. Caden Lesnow. Next is number 3, Jackson Lauerman. Jackson is the son of Melanie and Colby Lauerman. He is a 4-year member of the baseball and football teams. He was on the 2-time state football runners-up teams and the regional champ baseball team. Jackson plans to attend the University of Oklahoma. Mr. Jackson Lauerman. Our next senior is number 4, Jaden Chaney. He is the son of Bridget and Craig Chaney. He is a 4-year member of the baseball and football teams. He was on the 2-time state runner-up football teams and the regional champ baseball team. Jaden plans to attend KTC for his LPN and then attend Eastern for his RN. Mr. Jaden Chaney. Number 6, Gannon Mullins is our next senior. Gannon is the son of Justin and Tina Mullins. He is a 4-year member of the baseball team and a 2-year member of the football team. He was part of the 2022 Baseball Regional Champions and made All-District and All-Area in 2023. Gannon is planning to attend Rose State College and play baseball. Mr. Gannon Mullins, number 6. Next is number 8, Braden Phillips. He is the son of Stacy and Jared Phillips. He is a 4-year member of the baseball team and a 2-year member of the football team. He was on the 2022 Baseball Regional Championship team, and he was also All-District and All-Area in 2023. Braden plans to go to college and play baseball. Number 8, Mr. Braden Phillips. Number 10, Ethan Watkins is our next senior. Ethan is the son of Robert and Jennifer Watkins. He is a 4-year member of the baseball and football teams and a 1-year member of the basketball team. He is a member of the Native American Club, the Indian Education Student Representative, and has been involved in FCA for 2 years. He is also a member of the National Honor Society, the Native American Honor Society. He's on the Superintendent's Honor Roll and the National Society of High School Scholars. He is a semifinalist for the G.E. Reagan Foundation Scholarship. He plans to attend college this fall. Number 10, Mr. Ethan Watkins. Our last senior this evening is number 21, Aiden Shumway. Aiden is the son of Ryan and Janae Shumway. He is a 4-year member of the baseball team and a 2-year member of the football team, and he was part of the 2022 Regional Champ baseball team. Aiden is planning to attend a trade school and then begin working. Number 21, Mr. Aiden Shumway. Seniors, take all that you have learned and experienced as a Buffalo with you, and good luck in your future endeavors. And remember, once a Buffalo, always a Buffalo. Let's give these seniors a big round of applause for their hard work and dedication to the McAlester Buffaloes.
And there's your 2024 McAlester Baseball Senior Night. Again, another big round of applause if you're listening or watching from home for Jaden Cheney, Aiden Shumway, Gannon Mullins, Braden Phillips, Caden Lesnow, Ethan Watkins, and Jackson Lauerman, all of them getting the start today for the McAlester Buffaloes. We'll look at your starting lineups when we return here on KED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare. Your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away, and
Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Welcome back to Mike Deak Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. The McAlester Buffaloes about to take on the Oktaha Tigers on senior night, as the McAlester Buffaloes are looking at 76-degree temperatures by the time first pitch happens. A little bit humid today. Again, hoping that a lot of the rain stays away, which as of right now looks pretty good. Looks to be just a little bit windy. By a little bit, I mean a lot windy. We're having wind gusts up there. You did some of the weather today, Todd. What are our wind gusts for today?
During the storms, they were 60 and 70 miles per hour. Gusting this afternoon, probably about 35 to 40 miles per hour at times. So that's the actual wind gust. Generally probably around 15 to 20 miles per hour, but gusting up as high as 35, 40 miles per hour. So pretty breezy out there. If they catch it at the right time, it's going to be pretty.
But the beauty of a turf field, it rained and stormed and everything else this morning, and we're good to go.
Beautiful.
No one had to pull a tarp. But, yeah, the McAlester Buffaloes about to do battle with the Oktaha Tigers. We've only had 2 games get canceled this year. We've had a couple get moved, but only 2 have been absolutely canceled, only one of them due to weather. So McAlester has been fortunate enough to play a lot of their games. They're 19-13 on the year. And after a rough district series against the Coweta Tigers, had an ugly win, but a win nonetheless against the Pryor Tigers. And Pryor, they're a number 2 team in 5A3. They were 1 game away from winning the 5A3 district crown. And I was once told, again, an ugly win is better than a pretty loss. And that's what the Buffaloes had. They were 1 for 16 with runners in scoring position and still found a way to win 5-2. And they took advantage of other teams, Pryor's mistakes at times, and that's what led to their win. And also solid defense. McAlester played a very solid game after early walk troubles in the first couple of innings. Bear Down was able to throw strikes and let the defense work, and that's exactly what the Buffaloes did. And Aiden Shumway, again, Max Harmon, big credit to him, went 6 innings strong, and only 1 earned run against him on the game on last night. And then Aiden Shumway came in and closed it down in the 7th inning to get the 5-2 win and his second save of the season. So Buffalo's trying to build on top of that because they're about to go into regionals next week. Again, it will be with Collinsville, Tulsa Memorial, and Grove. We've already, again, according to OSSA.com, OSSA.com, the regional bracket's already been released. Again, this has happened before, though. We've had it been released to where they say it'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then they might decide to move it up to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So take this with a grain of salt, but on OSSA.com, it does say that McAllister's first game will be at 1:30 on Thursday against Grove. So if they win, I believe they play the very next game. If they lose, they have to wait a game and then play at 6 o'clock. So keep that in mind. So that will be next Thursday as of right now. If anything changes, we'll let you know on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that's Twitter at Buff Sports Radio, or you can make sure that you follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. We'll try to give you that news that way as well. So there is again, 15% chance of rain today, but again, that's a lot better than what it looked like we were going to have coming into today. I know that we got a lot of that rain earlier this morning, and steady winds at 14 miles per hour, but like Todd just said, the gusts around 35 to 40 miles per hour when we get up there. So looking at the Oktaha Tigers on the year, they're 25-3. They're the number one team in 2A, and they have taken down a lot of common opponents from McAlester. They defeated Red Oak 2-1, who McAlester beat by 4. They defeated 6A Southmore 8-2. The Tahlequah Tigers, the District 5A4 champions, where McAllister's in that district, they just completely demolished the Tahlequah Tigers, beat them 14-3 and then 11-3. Defeated Eufaula 10-0, beat Rattan 16-14, which beat McAllister 8-5. They also defeated the number one team in Class A, Dewar, 5-4 in extra innings, and they defeated 6A Bigsby 8-6. Just completely going through a bunch of tough teams, regardless of class, all the way from Class A all the way up to 6A they've defeated. Now, you might be wondering, well, who's the three teams that beat them? Well, let's just look at the Carl Albert Titans. They're the returning state champions from a year ago. They lost 8-5 to them. Lost to 6A Edmond North 3-2, and to 3A Heritage Hall 6-1. So a lot of really good baseball teams that the Oktaha Tigers have lost to, and there's only 3 of them. So it's going to be a tall task for the Buffaloes to beat them, especially coming off of last year, where back on March the 7th, the Tigers defeated the McAlester Buffaloes 11-2 in just 6 innings of work. There were 15 hits by the Tigers. There were 4 hits by the McAlester Buffaloes. Now, they do return more players than what I'm listing here, but as of today's starting lineup, there's only 3 starters from last year's lineup that are in today's starting lineup for the Oktaha Tigers. And also, according to PrepBaseballReport.com, they have 5 different players that have already committed to go play at the next level, and they're all to either Carl Albert State Junior College or Connor State Junior College. Again, there could be more with different colleges, but as far as Prep Baseball Report reports, 5 different players either going to Carl Albert Junior College or Connor State, and 2 of them are juniors, so they still have a whole other year to play, and the other 3 are seniors and getting ready to take that next step. So let's look at our starting lineups here in just a little bit. I think we have a little bit more time. We're still waiting on the umpires. Again, first pitch is still scheduled for 5 o'clock, so we'll take another break and be back with your starting lineups.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George 9 Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Welcome back to Mike Deak Field in beautiful McAlester, Oklahoma. And yes, I do say beautiful because as the wind continues to gust, we're having you can see the clouds if you're over here at Mike Deak Field start to make its way out of the stadium and more blue skies heading your way. That does not mean we will not have rain tomorrow or Sunday or severe weather down the line, but for right now, all is right in McAlester, Oklahoma as we're celebrating senior night. And also hopefully celebrating a win, and it would be a big-time win. Again, it doesn't matter in terms of where you're going to be going in the playoffs, but it does a lot for momentum. And also, as I was mentioning right before we had the senior night festivities, you never forget your senior night game. And I still hate 10 years ago, because this is my 10-year reunion that I'm going to be having tomorrow.
Wow.
I hate that 10 years ago, I still remember losing my senior night game. And that was a district game against the Oktaha Tigers. So I didn't like that. I still remember that, and I'm sure that the McAlester Buffaloes don't want to remember this night with a loss. So it'd be nice for them to be able to get a win against a really, really good Oktaha Tigers team. I saw the umpires make their way out onto the field, so I think we have enough time to be able to look at our starting lineups. Starting off with the visiting team, the 2A top-ranked team in 2A, according to OSARankings.com, 25-3, led by head coach Kevin Rodden. The Tigers will lead off with center fielder number 24, Cale Testerman in center. Batting second, the third baseman, number 2, Mason Pickering at the hot corner. Batting third, the catcher, number 14, Darren Ledford behind the plate. Batting cleanup, the pitcher, number 15, Kip Christian on the mound. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 21, Nick Tolbert at first. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, number 4, Braxton Casey at short. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 7, Hunter Ford in left. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 5, Canyon Elam in right field. And batting ninth and rounding out the starting nine for the Oktaha Tigers, the second baseman, number 10, Connor Casey at second. Now for the McAlester Buffaloes. They are 19-13 on the year, led by head coach Justin Mullins. 1 through 9 looks like this. Leading it off will be the center fielder, number 21, Aiden Shumway in center. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Caden Lesnow at short. Batting third, the first baseman, number 6, Gannon Mullins at first. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 8, Braden Phillips behind the plate. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 1, Spencer Stinchcomb at second. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 10, Ethan Watkins on the mound. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 3, Jackson Lowerman in left. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 11, Gunnar Hodgel at the hot corner. And batting ninth, playing right field, number 4, Jaden Cheney in right field. So all 7 seniors for the McAlester Buffaloes starting today. The 2 starters that aren't seniors are the juniors Spencer Stinchcomb and Gunnar Hodgel. McAlester Buffaloes are decked out in their pinstripe uniforms with their black numerals on the front and back, and also black McAlester in bold across the front with their black caps, gold interlocking MB on the front. For the Oktaha Tigers, they're wearing their dark blue jerseys with the baby blue accents, the Oktaha in cursive across the front with baby blue numerals on the front and back. White pants, and it looks like they're dark blue hats with the frontwards of it. If you're listening on radio, if you're watching this, you know what they're wearing. But on the front of their hats, they're baby blue hats with the almost like the Oregon Ducks logo, the O, in white on the front. So we are finishing up the meeting between head coach Kevin Rodden and head coach Justin Mullins with the 2 umpires, home plate and field umpire. We will have our starting lineups announced by the public announcer here in just a moment, and then we will get ready to go. So again, it's about to be first pitch for here senior night, McAlester Buffaloes versus the Oktaha Tigers coming up in just a bit. National anthem before that here on K
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffaloes supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front-end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. The McAlester Buffaloes and the Oktaha Tigers about to do battle, but first we'll have the playing of our national anthem as we send it back down to the field of Mike Deak. It's about time to play ball in Pittsburgh County as the McAlester Buffaloes have taken the field already. We've had our starting lineups announced by both us and the public announcer here today as we are about to have baseball in McAlester, Oklahoma. So let's look around the diamond one more time for the black and gold. We have Mullins at first, Stinchcomb at second, Lusnow at short, Hodgel at third. In the outfield, Lauerman in left, Shumway in center, Cheney in right, and the battery for the Buffs is Braden Phillips behind the plate. Now, starting in his 33rd consecutive game behind the plate for the McAlester Buffaloes on the season. And Ethan Watkins, who is 2-2 on the year with the 21 innings pitched stat, 7.67 ERA, but don't let that fool you. He's hard to hit. 217 batting average against him so far this year. Only problem that he's had is when he's had some control issues. He's got 21 strikeouts to 22 walks. He did have some control issues against the Carl Albert Titans just a week ago, but if you go 1 week before that, he could not be touched. So we'll see how he performs here on senior night as he gets the ball. Again, 7 out of the 9 starters for the Buffaloes on the diamond right now are seniors. And the only starters that aren't seniors on the field, you have second baseman Spencer Stinchcomb and third baseman Gunnar Hodgel. Let us know where you're listening or watching from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that is Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. You can also let us know on Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. And we'll try to give you a shout out to the best of our ability. Again, can't promise you for sure either way, but if I do get the time and I do see you, I'll try to make sure, and I do get the time, I'll make sure to get it out for you guys. We're about to have first pitch. That is brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Shakota Wholesale Feed Company in Shakota for your spring feeding program needs. Depending on weather, this might be the last regular season game of the season for the McAlester Buffaloes before they go to the regional tournament in Collinsville. They are set to have one more regular season game, and that is next Monday against Muskogee in a rematch of that 12-inning marathon that the Buffaloes won back in the Mike Deak shootout. But, again, we'll see if that happens weather permitting after all the storms that we get Saturday and Sunday. But this is the final game at Mike Deak Field for the 2024 season. Leading it off for the Oktaha Tigers, the center fielder, number 24, Cale Testerman. It'll be righty on righty to begin this ball game. Buffaloes trying to avenge an 11-2 loss from last season against the Oktaha Tigers. Testerman will dig into the box, that back foot all the way on the back side of the box, slightly open stance. Watkins is ready, delivers the pitch, and the first one is missing up and inside for ball one as it's baseball time here in the Heartland. So again, Testerman, the righty, against the McAlester Buffalo righty, Ethan Watkins with the count 1-0. Just getting started. Here's the second pitch of the game, and it's popped up and out of play for strike one. So for the Tigers, last year, they were dominant too. They were 26-6 last year, lost only 5 games going into the state tournament, but unfortunately, one of their 6 losses was in the state quarterfinals to Cashin, where they lost 4-1. 1-1, line drive, and that's going to split the left side of the infield and get into the outfield turf. That's leadoff base hit for Cale Testerman, and that brings up Mason Pickering. You want to know how good Oktaha is? And now, again, it's really hard to get out of a regional tournament because usually it's like, winner take all, Oktaha made it look easy last year. They outscored their regional opponents in 3 games, 40-0. 40-0, they outscored their opponents in 3 games to get to the state tournament. They know how to hit the ball. They had 15 hits last season against the Buffaloes. Brings up Mason Pickering, as we mentioned, a lefty. Runner takes off at the first pitch. This one's popped up in the infield. Having to retreat will be the runner. Into the outfield turf is Caden Lusnow, who makes the catch as he continues to backpedal near the center field area as he was carried by the wind almost for out number 1. Brings up the catcher, number 14, Darren Ledford. Again, Coach Kevin Rodden, we mentioned this last year, as he won 300 games if my prior prep is correct from last season. Again, I'm just looking at the stat sheet from a year ago. Runner does not take off at the first pitch to the lefty Darren Ledford as it misses down low for ball 1. He won 300 games at Sallisaw Central and went to 4 state tournament appearances. Took over in 2013 and coached in 2 state title games with Oktaha. Kevin Rodden. 1-0. Here's a fly ball. Semi-deep right field. Getting underneath it is Jaden Cheney. Runs and makes the catch in the alleyway for out number 2. So the first 2 outs recorded by the Buffalo defense. I mean, it's a very big chance it's going to come from a senior, but they are from seniors. And that brings up Kip Christian, trying to help out his own cause here. He's got a runner at first with 2 down. He's the pitcher, opposing pitcher for the Oktaha Tigers. Top of the first inning, 2 down, runner at first. Watkins comes set. Takes a long, deep breath. Now picks off over to first. Not in time. Now, Todd, I know that you watch a lot of baseball, or you try to watch a lot of baseball, but so you know of Nestor Cortez, correct? As a slide step from Watkins, a fastball misses up high. Runner takes off for second, and he'll get in there stealing second base. That's Kel Testerman, I believe, with the stolen base. For Kip Christian, trying to bring him in. Runner at second, count 1-0 with 2 down. But Nestor Cortez is a left-handed pitcher for the New York Yankees, and he does all this funky wind-up every once in a while when he can get away with it because there's no one on base. Now, yesterday we had a similar situation, as here's the 1-0 pitch. Fills the zone for strike one. And someone tried to do kind of like that with runners on. You're out the stretch. When you don't have any runners on, you can get away with more stuff. But this, we kind of talked about a little bit in the dugout after I got to speak with Coach Meadows before the game here today. So here's the 1-1 from Watkins. Misses down the turf. Runner does not take off. Good body up by Braden Phillips. Counts 2-1. This pitcher with runners at second and third lifted his left leg. He's a right-handed pitcher. Brought it back down. Didn't touch the ground, though, and then brought it back up and then brought it back down. And so they called a balk on it. And sure enough, yeah, that's a balk.
That is a balk.
Now, maybe you can get away with that if you had no one on, because Nestor Cortez does it all the time. When no one's on, you can kind of mix up your motion, kind of do some weird stuff, but can't really do that with runners on base. 2-1 pitch. This one's popped up sky high, shallow right field. Could be a tough play. Jaden Cheney running in on it. Still running, diving, and it lands where Stinchcomb originally was. This run's going to score. This will be a base hit. Cheney called off Stinchcomb. Again, that wind is still howling out to about left center field. Stinchcomb heard Cheney call him off. Stinchcomb got it out of the way. Playing deep was Cheney. He dove after it. Couldn't make the catch on a diving attempt. Good hustle play, but still just couldn't bring it in. That's going to be an RBI single for Kip Christian on a major league pop-up to shallow right field. Brings up another lefty in the lineup, the first baseman, number 21, Nick Tolbert, as the Tigers take an early 1-0 lead. First pitch, runner takes off with it. And Phillips popped up to throw down over to second, as that's a stolen base. But on the transfer, just kind of lost the ball. Count is 0-1 now on Tolbert. Watkins kicks and fires the pitch. 0-1 misses low and outside. That'll be ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. In top of the first, Oktaha with an early 1-0 advantage on McAlester. Next pitch. This one misses low as well, and that'll be ball 2. But if I'm Watkins, I'm glad that I'm missing low and not missing high.
That's right.
You miss high, that's an easier pitch to pull or easier pitch to drive. And when you get the wind blowing the way that it is, even with Oktaha up and a lot of lefties,
wind is scary.
That's going to carry. 2-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with the runner at second. Buffalo's trying to keep the damage at 1 run. They'll have Aiden Shumway, Caden Lesnow, and Gannon Mullins leading off the bottom of the first. The 2-2 to Tolbert. And this one's fouled off. Staying alive here is Tolbert. Sounded like the ball hit the mid. I don't think this is a situation where it just popped out of it. I think it just hit off the side of the mid. So the count is now still at 2-2. Watkins looking for the K. Looks over at second a couple of times and delivers. Curveball off the top of the bat over to right field again. Cheney running in on it. Going to be a tough play. Dives! And that's a snow cone catch. That's a snow cone catch for Jaden Cheney. Dove near the right field line and made the spectacular grab
that was a
to end the inning. He landed and lost every bit of headgear that he had, including his glasses. But that ball hung on the top of the glove. That was a snow cone diving catch by Jaden Chaney, and that ends the top of the first.
He held on to it.
He did. That is correct. I don't know how he did. Buffaloes, though, do trail 1-0 as we head to the home half of the first inning. We'll see if the Buffaloes can get that run back and maybe then some here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. The Buffaloes trail 1-0 to the Oktaha Tigers. It'll be Aiden Shumway trying to get on base to get back that run as the first pitch is swung on and missed really late on that. Was Shumway for strike one. Looking around the diamond for the Tigers, you have Tolbert at first, Casey at second, Casey at short, Pickering at third, Ford in left, Testerman in center, Elam in right, and the battery for the Tigers, Ledford behind the plate and Christian on the mound. This curveball misses low and outside for ball one. 1 strike to Shumway. Again, at second base, it is Connor Casey, shortstop Braxton Casey. On the mound, Kip Christian, the righty for the Tigers. As this fastball's up and inside for ball 2. Kip Christian is committed to the Carl Albert State Junior College Vikings. That's what he'll be playing his baseball next year. The 2-1 to Shumway. Misses low and outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to the senior Aiden Shumway. Hitters count for Mr. Shumway. The pitch. And he lines this one over to left field. It'll get over the jumping glove of Pickering, and that'll be a leadoff single. Taking a long turnaround first will be Shumway, and the senior with the first hit of the game for the Buffaloes, just like he had, I believe, yesterday. Yep, just like he did yesterday when he went 1 for 4 against the Pryor Tigers. Brings up another senior, Caden Lesnow. So there's your tying run at first base. On another base hit by Shumway, who's just been racking them up. Team leading .432 batting average for the guy standing at first. Good lead. First pitch to Lesnow. Curveball clips the inside part of the zone. Turning away from it was Lesnow, but it is a called strike. Count 0-1. Shumway with a decent lead. 0-1 pitch. And throwing the bat at it, there was Lesnow. The count's now 0-2. By the way, Shumway, who's at first the son of Ryan and Janae Shumway, his future plans as he put in the program, attend a trade school and work my life away.
There you go.
Caden Lesnow up the plate. As he lines this one to left field, coming in on it to left fielder and making the catch is Ford for out number 1. Another nice line drive. Barreled it up was Lesnow, but it's straight into the glove of Ford. Hardly had to move just a little bit inside. And it brings up Gannon Mullins.
To the plate.
Lesnow, who just lined out. Parents, Lacey Lesnow, Nathan Lesnow. His future plans to go to college on a sports scholarship and get a business degree. That college is Eastern Oklahoma State College to play baseball. Just signed back on Wednesday. Gannon Mullins, another senior. First pitch strike to him. He signed actually with Caden Lesnow on Wednesday. He's going to Rose State College in Midwest City. Son of Coach Justin Mullins. The next pitch fills his zone for strike 2. And Tina Mullins. Favorite movie, Eastbound and Down. Well, we got a long way to go in a short time to get there. I feel like that's anywhere we're going. Clouds have gotten more overcast again. 0-2 is the count on Mullins, and they'll step off and look back Shumway over at first base. McAlester trailing 1-0, bottom of the first with one down. Count is 0-2 on Gannon Mullins. And the pitch as Shumway takes off for second side. The throw down 2-2 is wide right, and in with the stolen base is Aiden Shumway. Slide a little bit awkward there, and he sits on the bag and then hops up. But that's a stolen base nonetheless. That's number 19 for him. He's only been caught stealing once this year. So now into scoring position for Gannon Mullins. This is where McAlester had trouble yesterday. They were 1 for 16 with runners in scoring. Can they get an early base hit here? The 1-2. Ground ball to the shortstop. Fielded cleanly by Casey. Flips over to first in time for out number 2. That brings up Braden Phillips. Senior for the Buffaloes, son of Jared and Stacy Phillips. His future plans to attend college and play baseball. Played first base for a majority of his varsity career, but has again started at catcher now for his 33rd straight game, all 33 games for the McAlester Buffaloes. First pitch to him. Catches the lower outside part of the zone for strike 1. His favorite movie, Moneyball. Very good movie.
That's a good movie.
Shumway at second base. Begging Phillips to bring him in. As he lines it over to right field, this might do it. It'll one-hop in. Let's see if they wave home Shumway. They will. The throw in from right field will be cut off by the second baseman. They'll fire home. Not in time. Taking off for second is Phillips. The throw down there is not in time, and it'll be an RBI single to tie the game by Mr. Braden Phillips. And makes it a 1-1 game, advancing to second on the throw home. And the Buffaloes tie it right back up. It's 1-1. Braden Phillips, his 20th RBI of the year. Brings up the junior second baseman, number 1, Spencer Stinchcomb. I believe started every single game for the McAlester Buffaloes a season ago and has done it again here. All of his games started for the Buffalo baseball team, varsity team, at second base. First pitch, curveball, misses inside for ball 1. We talk a lot about Aiden Shumway. He has played 5 different positions this year. All 5 that he can play really as a left-handed thrower. Right field, center field, left field, pitcher, first base. Stinchcomb has found his spot as this one's fouled off for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. I believe he's the only McAlester varsity player that has not moved a position. He stayed at second base. Gannon's played a lot of first and third. Les Now's played short and on the mound, played a little bit of third base and second base his freshman year, I believe. 1-1, ground ball left side. It's deep into the hole, and it gets past the sliding glove. They'll try to wave home Phillips. Will Stinchcomb bring him in? The throw in is not in time, and it's back-to-back 2-out RBI singles by the McAlester Buffaloes to take a 2-1 lead on the Oktaha Tigers. And already doing much better with runners in scoring than they were a day ago. Now 2 for 3 with runners in scoring, and that brings up Ethan Watkins. Watkins trying to help out his own cause here on senior day. The son of Robert and Jennifer Watkins. Buffaloes up 2-1. Runner at first is Stinchcomb. 2 down. Bottom of the first. First pitch to Watkins. He bent down. That's a pretty good curveball. That's got to be a good curveball from the righty Christian because he's now gotten 3 different McAlester batters to kind of turn away from it thinking it was going to hit him. And 2 of those 3 were called strikes and another one of them were close. 0-1 misses down low for ball 1. Watkins' favorite food, chicken Alfredo.
Mine too.
Something you and him have in common.
There you go.
1-1. Goes with a fastball, pumps the outside part of the zone, and now Watkins behind in the count 1-2. Had a double yesterday against the Pryor Tigers. This is now the 4th straight game McAlster's played against a team with the name Tigers.
I sure wish I had his metabolism, though.
Right? I've never been ever fast in my life as Ethan Watkins. Count 1-2 on the senior. And the pitch. Curveball, chopper, left side deep into the hole. Backhanded, now bobbled, and this will be an E5. On the backhand, Pickering couldn't pick it, and that's going to be an E5, and that brings up Jackson Lauerman with runners at first and second and 2 down. But no, I was mentioning just a minute ago, Monday, Tuesday, yesterday, today, McAlester taking on the Tigers. Coweta on Monday and Tuesday. Pryor yesterday, Oktaha today. Brings up Jackson Lowerman. First pitch to Lowerman. First pitch swinging, pops it up. The wind might bring this one back over towards the backstop, and it'll land on top of the grandstand for strike one. So runners at first and second, 2 down. Buffaloes leading 2-1, bottom of the first. They've had 2 base hits with runners in scoring already. Lowerman, the son of Melanie and Colby Lowerman, another senior here for the Buffaloes. Future plans to go to, I believe they said, University of Oklahoma and get a business degree. Boomer Sooner. His favorite movie, Step Brothers. 0-1 pitch. Curveball outside part of the zone for strike two. If you didn't see what I posted on our @BuffSports Twitter page, you need to go see it. They had a picture of the seniors, I believe, from last night, and Aiden Shumway was kind of leaned on Jaden Chaney, and it looked like the poster for Step Brothers. So here's the 0-2. Curveball misses high for ball one. So what I did was I grabbed a picture of them. I cropped it to where you could just see Aiden and Jaden, and then I put the Step Brothers picture or the poster right next to it, and it looks pretty similar. I quoted it with the caption, "Do you want to go do karate in the garage?" Counts 1-2 on Jackson Lowerman. 1-2 pitch. Fastball that misses down low, having to get back over to the second base back with Stinchcomb. Really big secondary. Count is even at 2-2. Buffaloes, though, with 3 hits so far in the first inning. 2-2. And pulled the string on him. Change up there, got Lowerman out in front, and that'll be strike 3, but not before the Buffaloes strike back. RBI single by Braden Phillips and RBI single by Spencer Stinchcomb back-to-back. Give the Buffaloes a 2-1 advantage heading to the second here on KNED.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away, and
Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. Mike Deak Field, the Buffaloes take a 2-1 advantage heading to the top of the second inning. It'll be Braxton Casey, Hunter Ford, and Canyon Elam up for the Oktaha Tigers. There was an RBI single hit by Kip Christian to give the Oktaha Tigers an early 1-0 lead, but the Buffaloes with 2 outs ended up having 2 base hits with runners in scoring back-to-back to give the Buffaloes a 2-1 lead. So it will be Braxton Casey, Hunter Ford, and Canyon Elam, as we mentioned, up at the plate. We've seen a lot of lefties so far for the Tigers. This is one of the righties, Braxton Casey, playing shortstop today for Oktaha. The top team in Class 2A that have taken really down a variety of some of the best teams Oklahoma has to offer. Here's a drag bunt that goes straight to Hodgel, and he makes a dart over to first base. It was a one-hopper over to Hodgel. It was a push bunt, really like a drag bunt that just bounced too hard off the turf straight to Hodgel. But he crashed in on it, read it well, and then got the speedy Casey out over at first base. So 1 pitch, 1 out to start the second. That's what we call efficiency. Brings up Hunter Ford, the left fielder, number 7. Another righty here for the Tigers. Still playing in is Hodgel, and the first pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. By the way, we are having Buffalo roll call. We just had Brian tune in, says listening from Florida. Let's go Buffs, get the W. And right now they are leading 2-1, top of the second. Let us know where you're listening from. 0-1, Swings and misses on the high fastball for strike 2. Count 0-2 with one down and nobody on for the Tigers. Watkins comes set, kicks and delivers the 0-2. This one's fouled off, staying alive like the Bee Gees. It's Hunter Ford. Count at 0-2.
I actually remember when they came out. Scary. Huh?
You got to get that mic up, Todd.
You
remember when the Bee Gees came out?
Yeah. I was a young lad.
Is that right?
Yep.
0-2 from Watkins. Fouls this one off, and the count's still 0-2. So do me a favor. Were you guys pushing like the rock cars with your feet? Did you did you ride the tails of dinosaurs?
That is just rude, my friend.
Here's the 0-2 from Watkins. And still fouling it off. That's the third straight foul ball there from Hunter Ford.
I think I'll quit after tonight.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, this is Todd Allen's second to last time on radio here.
That's right.
He does have one more remote coming up in May. But we'll talk about
It's the last game I'm going to do with you.
It is the last one. The 0-2 bounces in the turf, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's all my fault. It's because I asked him to do this game, and he said, I guess so, but I'm leaving after it. No, Todd, we're going to brag about you throughout the broadcast here, too. We thank you for all that you've done over here with McAlester Radio.
I am going to miss you guys.
1-2, line drive. And Hodgel gave it a hop, but it's right over his glove. It was a liner, just a bleeder from Hunter Ford off the bat into the left field area. Lauerman gets it in quickly, but it's going to be a 1-out single for Hunter Ford, and that's a great at-bat. Fouled off about 3 consecutive foul balls, and then watched a curveball that a lot of people, if you keep on, attacking, you might get swing heavy. He laid off the curveball in the turf and then saw one in his wheelhouse and drove it. So it's a runner at first. That's a tying run. Both teams now have 3 hits apiece. Brings up Canyon Elam. First pitch to him. Big cut. Fouled back into the netting for strike 1. Again, overcast skies have made their way back into Pittsburgh County. I feel like you got to continually look at the weather, especially when you have all the moving parts that we're seeing. They could just pop up a thunderstorm. 0-1. Misses low with the changeup, and the count's now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. We are under a tornado watch, not warning.
Tornado watch. No
tornado watch.
Till 8 or 9?
I'm about to check here to make sure. Count is at 1-1. Watkins picks off over to first, not in time.
And in general, it is going to be a stormy weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Want to make sure you stay weather aware. Listen to one of our McAlester radio stations. We're going to keep you informed. If you're locally in McAlester, we'll let you know. And as we have a pop-up in the infield right side, Stinchcomb calls everyone off. The second baseman following it into his glove for out number 2. Brings up Connor Casey. We just had Mr. James Camp let us know that it is until 9. Tornado watch until 9 today. And that brings up Connor Casey. Yeah, thank you, James. Casey, the second baseman, number 10. 2 down for the Oktaha Tigers. Top of the second. Buffaloes leading 2-1 with the runner at first. 9-hole batter up for the Tigers. Watkins gets the signs from Phillips. And the first pitch misses down low for ball 1. If you're in the McAlester listening area, then make sure that you are listening to one of our FM or AM stations. Again, you will be able to keep you weather aware. 101.3 FM, 98.3 FM, 96.7 FM, 105.1 FM. The 1-0 is swung on and missed for strike 1. Just whichever music you like. If you like today's hits, it's going to be 96.7. You like classic rock, will be 105.1. You like today's country, 101.3.
Classic country.
Classic country, this station, 98.3 FM.
You bet.
So here's the 1-1. As this one's off the top of the bat, soft liner to the first base dugout, and the count's now 1-2.
And if you are listening to the 1150, it is a little bit powered down right now.
Yeah, so I would stick to FM.
Power. Yeah.
Stick to FM.
Low power on the AM side.
But you'll get weather alerts all throughout the weekend. Hopefully not too many. The 1-2. This is low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down for Connor Casey. And a 2-1 McAlester advantage in the top of the second. A lot of 2s. Runner at first. But yeah, hopefully we don't get too many weather alerts. Hopefully a lot of it can stay away. 2-2 from Watkins. Goes with the fastball, pops it up in foul territory, left field. Can Lauerman give it a chase? He does so, and he overran it in foul territory, and it lands foul, so it's not a base hit, but it does give Connor Casey second life as he just overran the fly ball. But again, if you're looking at the glass half full side of it, it's just a foul ball. But it continues the inning. The Buffaloes getting all back into their spots. Hodgel at third and Lusnow at short all gave it a run. Count still 2-2. Can Watkins get out of it regardless? Runner takes off the pitch. Goes after it as it'll be a foul ball towards the third base coach, and having to return back over to first is Hunter Ford. And Buffalo's hoping that that does not come back to bite them. Watkins delivered a really good off-speed pitch. So far, he has been hitting his spots, has looked really good so far. The 2-2 from Ewott. Goes back with the fastball, misses down on the turf. The count is full at 3-2. Top of the order is on deck. Cale Testerman hit a single to start off the game. Then we had a fly out to short and a fly out to right, but those are big league pop-ups that we saw. Runner will take off with the pitch. Here it is. And it hits him. Oh. Fastball ran too far inside, and that will come back to hurt the Buffaloes as of right now because it extends the inning and it puts runners at first and second with 2 down. Phillips will walk it out over to Ethan Watkins. Brings up Cale Testerman, who just got all of the pitch from Ethan Watkins to start off the game. It split on a line drive. The third baseman Hodgel and the shortstop Lusnow. Tigers have the speed to be able to score a runner from second with the base hit. That does represent the tying run 180 feet around the base paths. Wind has started to die down actually a little bit here. The trees aren't moving like they were earlier, just maybe a tad bit. First pitch, curveball. It actually hits off of the plate and it will get behind Phillips. And that will be ball 1. Now runners advance to second and third. So base hit could very well give the Oktaha Tigers the lead here with the top half of the order up. Coming sets Watkins. And the 1-0. Line drive, right field coming in. Cheney! And he can't make this diving catch. As he dove, it hit off his glove. That will score 2 runs. The Tigers take the lead. And it is a 3-2 game. This will actually go down as an RBI, 2 RBI double by Cale Testerman. Cheney gave it his best shot. I don't think that's an error. They put that in error on the scoreboard, but I wouldn't rule that as an error. That's a diving attempt there from Cheney, and if he brings that one in, that's a great catch.
To the plate, number 2, Mason Pickering.
But it makes it a 3-2 game. Tigers take advantage of the second life they were given just a couple of batters ago, and they're looking to keep it rolling. Brings up Mason Pickering, and that is what good teams do. They thrive on your mistakes, and that is what the Oktaha Tigers are. They're a good team. First pitch, misses outside, ball 1 to the lefty Pickering, who popped out to the shortstop, Caden Lusnow, on a ball that took him all the way out to about 10 feet, 15 feet beyond the infield turf. Starting the string of lefties here for the Tigers. Runner at second, 2 down. And Watkins will lift the leg and spin over to second to see if the runner takes off. He does not. Count 1-0. The pitch. Fastball misses low and inside. That would be ball 2. Buffaloes will have to work back from down 1 again as the Tigers responded to a 2 spot in the bottom of the first with one of their own. 2-0. This one's popped up. Again, playable in foul territory. 3 different players giving a chase. Going to be another tough play, and it's... Did he catch it? Oh, my goodness, he did!
He did.
Caden Lusnow ran after it in foul territory, and he's down on the turf right now as he lays on his back and spins around. It hit off of Lusnow's glove. Jackson Lauerman was in the area as well, and after it hit off of his glove, it went straight to Lauerman, who caught it in foul territory, but Lusnow is down. And he's rolling on his back right now, and hopefully everything's okay with him, but he's obviously in a whole lot of pain as he ran after that one. He's kicking his left leg on the turf. He'll be looked at here in just a second, but that ends the inning. That's not the most of our concern right now. Buffaloes trail 3-2 as we head to the home half of the second. We'll take a break and be back here on KNED.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
So a wild play by the McAlester Buffaloes in the top half of the second inning. It was a bounce off the glove of Caden Lesnow, who went down, but straight to Jackson Lauerman, who made the catch that was in the area as well. But, again, that was not what we were worried about. Lesnow was down on his back for a little while. He rolled on top of his back, and he was kind of kicking the turf like he was in pain. And he walked off on his own power. It was nothing in the lower body. I think it was his right wrist, right hand area, as we have Gunnar Hodgel that is up at the plate here for Kip Christian. First pitch to Hodgel, misses high for ball one. Buffaloes are trailing 3-2, home half of the second. And he came off the field again on his own power. He was trying to stretch out his hand. He was extending his hand and kind of moving his wrist a little bit. As the 1-0 is a line drive, hard hit by Hodgel, straight to the left fielder. Diving catch made by Ford. And that's a fantastic catch. If it gets past him, that's going to be extra bases. And Hodgel even points over towards Ford in left field and says, almost like a tip of the cap, great catch.
I hate that he caught it, but, man, that was a good catch.
Fantastic catch there by Hunter Ford, and it brings up Jaden Chaney. But what I did see is Lesnow was coming off the field into the dugout. He looked over at his head coach as Chaney showed bunt pulled back. It's a ball. As he looked over at his head coach, Justin Mullins, who went to go check on him, he did look back over at him, kind of smiled a little bit, but looked back down at his hand. He was kind of stretching it out. So the 1-0 swung on and missed for strike one.
I think he must have hit it on the other player.
Something like that, but he was hurting, and he was trying to stretch out that right hand, which that is his throwing hand, so hopefully there's nothing too wrong with him as the next pitch misses down on the turf for ball two. Because you don't want to see anyone get hurt, but you especially don't want to see anyone get hurt on senior night so close to the postseason. 2-1, misses down low for ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike to Jaden Chaney, who is the son of Bridget and Craig Chaney. Plans to go to college and study in the medical field.
Ah, there you go.
3-1, misses high, and he takes a walk. Chaney's on-base percentage, he hasn't had a ton of plate appearances this year, but hey, he's 1 for 5 on the season, but that is his 6th walk of the year. His on-base percentage is over 600.
I was going to say, don't matter how you get it as long as you get there.
No, someone mentioned their favorite movie was Moneyball.
Yeah.
Does he get on base? He gets on base.
Gets on base.
Aiden Shumway comes up with the runner at first. First pitch. Oh, he's out in front of the curveball. Strike one. Shumway singled in his first at bat. Yeah, says, why do we want him? He bats .212 or whatever is what they said in the movie Moneyball. And then Brad Pitt's character as the runner takes off for second on the curveball. Throw down to second is in time. They got him.
Oh, yeah.
Great throw there from the catcher, Ledford, to the second baseman, Casey. And they had him out by about a good foot.
Well,
and that'll be out number 2.
That is what Moneyball was all about.
Was can you get on base?
Yeah.
Analytics to see if you can get on base, move them over, clutch hits when you need them. Yeah, Brad Pitt's character. Gosh dang it, why am I forgetting? Billy Bean. Here's
Billy Bean,
pop-up in the infield. It's a real-life person. As here's a catch made by the shortstop, Casey, on the pop-up from Shumway. It's essentially a 1-2-3 inning for the McAlester Buffalo offense. As we head to the top of the third, I guess we'll be talking a little bit more about Billy Bean when we come back in the third. McAlester trailing 3-2 here on KNED.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. The Tigers have a 3-2 lead over the McAlester Buffaloes, and I know after a full week of broadcasting, you might be wondering which Tigers. Well, the Oktaha Tigers have come to town here for senior night, and they lead again McAlester 3-2. It'll be the heart of the order up for the Tigers: Darren Ledford, Kip Christian, and Nick Tolbert. Ledford flew out to right field. Christian had an RBI single, and Nick Tolbert flew out to right field as well. Had a lot of balls go over to right field, but also we do have a lot of lefties up for the Tigers today, as the clouds are trying to part again, but don't expect to see a lot of sun for very long here in McAlester, Oklahoma. First pitch from Watkins to the new batter to start off the third. Good pitch, but just misses to the left-hander Darren Ledford for ball 1. But no, we were mentioning Moneyball. Yeah, Billy Beane was a real person, not a character, but yeah, that's who Brad Pitt plays in Moneyball. We mentioned in the last half inning. Ball 2. I've seen Billy Beane, and he does not represent Brad Pitt at all. So if there's ever a movie made about me, or if I'm just a character in a movie, please, like, I don't know, pick Channing Tatum or just or Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, let's do that. Next pitch misses outside for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Well, Sean Payton, the head coach, or longtime head coach, now not a head coach for the New Orleans Saints. Now he's with the Denver Broncos. This is the 3-0 pitch. Misses upstairs to ball 4. You know, ended up playing him. He doesn't look anything like him. It was, I had his name, and then I forgot. The guy that plays Doug Heffernan on King of Queens. I'm blanking. I know some people are just yelling at their screen right now or at their radio. As that brings up again Kip Christian, who had an RBI single earlier. Kevin James.
Hey,
yeah, Kevin James played. Here's the first pitch. And it's a high fly ball carrying towards deep left field, towards the scoreboard. It's a 2-run shot, no doubt home run by Kip Christian. That makes this a 5-2 game. Exploded off the bat of the righty Christian.
Well, we knew that wind blowing right that way.
Oh, yeah. Well, so we had people coming into us. Yeah, we had storms hit our station today. So if anyone's listening on 98.3, since we're on here as well, we did get an announcement. 11:50 a.m. is down. That our AM tower.
Yeah, we're like 30%.
Yeah, we're at 30% on AM right now. 98.3 FM.
Yep,
98.3 FM. As we're having people call and ask about that. Gotcha. Thank you so much. As now that brings up to the plate, number 21, Nick Tolbert. First pitch to Tolbert, swung on and missed for strike 1. So, yes, we just had Mary Martin come in. They told us that, you can barely hear anything on 11:50 a.m., that it's static right now. Well, that is because we did have some storms come in this morning, messed up with the transmission there a little bit. But our FM side is up at 98.3 FM. It's the 0-1 to Tolbert. Misses the outside part of the zone. Great pitch from Watkins. Doesn't get the call. The count is even at 1-1. So this is just me kind of doing some control here, telling you guys about it. We're at like 30% on AM, so go to FM if you can to be able to listen.
Or you can listen online.
Or you can listen online. That's right, too.
Listen on the app.
1-1, fouled straight back. The count's now 1-2. And you can listen on the KNED app. Look for that blue logo, or you can listen at McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED tab. You know, I think it's really cool because, you know, in the digital age and everything, you know, a lot of people always want to say, well, how can I watch it? And here's the 1-2 from Watkins. This one bounces in the turf behind the lefty Tolbert for ball 2. A lot of people want to just say, well, where's the video? Where's the video? Where's the video? I can't tell you how many people choose to listen just because I love the way it sounds on the radio and get to feel like I'm there, you know?
I like to listen to it, especially if you
2-2.
even driving somewhere. It's just, and there's just a lot more knowledge, I think, that radio announcers have. Am I right?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, especially when you have, and I'm not just saying this because we are on radio, because we're doing video stream too. I mean, we're simulcasting this, both on radio and on YouTube. So here's the 3-2 pitch to Tolbert. He pops this one up and out of play, and the count's still full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Tigers with a 5-2 lead after a 2-run home run by Kip Christian. Nobody on, nobody out. But, yeah, I listen to – I'm an OU fan. I'm a Yankees fan. Now, John Sterling just retired, but I still listen to Yankee radio when I can. I know that you listen to Eric Nadel, the Texas Rangers.
You bet.
Here's the 3-2 from Watkins. And this one misses low, and working a walk is Nick Tolbert. But I've always thought, just like you are saying, that when you listen to your hometown radio call, you're always going to get more information.
Yep.
And in my opinion, I still, you know, I'm a big fan of the OU Sooners, Toby Rowland. When I watch an OU game, whether it be basketball, football, or baseball, we have those on KNED. I will get the KNED app out. I'll mute my TV and sync up the call with Toby Rowland with the television if I want to watch it.
Especially baseball. I think it's just easy. You know, you can hear a lot of the action. You get most of the action with baseball.
First pitch, a showing bunt was Braxton Casey. Pulled back, it fills the zone for strike 1. The count is at 0-1. Runner at first, nobody out. Buffaloes trailing the Tigers 5-2. But yeah, a lot of people like to sit on their porch and just listen to baseball. And I do the same thing. The 0-1. This is inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. When I got my house, I don't live too far away from Mike Deak Field. You can kind of see the lights from where I'm at.
Yep.
I always had when we got the house, I've always pictured in my mind. At the time, didn't have a daughter, didn't have a child at the time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back. It's going to miss high for ball 2. I always had this vision of them able to sit on the porch, look up the lights, but have the radio next to them and listen to the
there
game.
You go.
I think that's really cool. You can hear the ping of the bat too. I mean, it's. I'm not trying to toot our own horn a little bit, but I think we do a pretty decent job. 2-1 pitch. This time not showing bunt. Swinging away. It's going to be a shallow fly ball center field. Having to chase after it is Shumway. 1 hops in. They have a force out over at second if they can get it there in time. And scooping it. He doesn't have to tag him. He can just step on the bag, but they do it anyway, and they do get the out. So it's actually a fielder's choice. It would go down as a single for Braxton Casey had Nick Tolbert gotten to second base, but since he's not there, it's just going to go down as a fielder's choice. An 8-4 fielder's choice brings up Hunter Ford. That's the first out of the inning for the Buffaloes in the top of the 3rd. First pitch, runner takes off, pitches high. Phillips does not go for the throw down over to second. Runner will take second base here and get into scoring position for Ford, who had a single in his first at bat. Count at 1-0. And Watkins does a spin. First pitch time today was at 5:03. 5:03 was first pitch time today. My dad, I think he's tuning in because he's sending me Kevin James. Here's a fly ball. Deep left field, carrying towards the wall, towards the warning track again, and this one hits off the middle part of the wall. Could score a run. They're going to hold the runner up over at third, and it's going to be a wall banger double by Hunter Ford.
Oh, my goodness.
To put runners at second and third with 1 out. Now you're starting to see why the Oktaha Tigers are among the best in the biz. Because these are some pretty good pitches from Ethan Watkins, but they are just teeing off right now. 6th hit of the day for the Tigers. A team, like I was mentioning before we had a hit earlier today, has beaten the best that pretty much every class has to offer, or some of the best that each class has to offer. First pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. I mean, you look at Class A, they've already beaten the number 1 team in Class A, Dewar, and the number 3 team, Rattan. Defeated both of them. They are the number 1 team in 2A. to Heritage Hall that lost 6-1 earlier this season, one of their 3 losses, as this one's popped up and out of play. Counts at 1-1. Saw some 4A games. Saw some really good wins against 4A on their schedule. We mentioned Tahlequah, who won the 5A4 district. They beat them by 8 runs and 11 runs. And they beat Bigsby, and we know how good they are. They beat them 8-6. They don't care who you are, where you're playing. They want to prove they're better than you. The 1-1 misses up high for ball 2. And they continually prove themselves right time and time again.
Aggressive on the base paths, that's for sure.
2-1 is the count to the righty Canyon Elam as he pops this one up. Pretty far, too, over to right field. Jane Cheney gets to a spot, gets underneath it, makes the catch. Runner will tag. Here's the throw from Cheney. Going to hit the cutoff man Mullins. No play over at home plate, but it'll keep the runner at second base. That's a sac fly from Canyon Elam. And that extends the lead to 6-2.
Now batting number 10, Connor.
It brings up the second baseman, Connor Casey. 9-hole batter up for the Tigers. He had a pretty good at-bat that led to a hit by pitch that led to the 2 RBI double that Cale Testerman had right after that. That gave the Tigers the lead back in the top of the second. First pitch pops it out of play. Also want to give a shout-out because I use this so much. If you ever want to kind of figure out how teams have done historically in a lot of sports, especially how many state titles they've won or state tournaments they've won, I encourage you to go to iwasatthegame.com. A lot of people think I just know all this stuff. I don't. iwasatthegame.com is an awesome source of information for Oklahoma high school sports, as calling time was Connor Casey up at the plate. You can find out how they've done historically in really all their sports. In fact, that's where I'm going right now to kind of look at the Oktaha Tigers and their... As we have a line drive, it's a 2-hopper over to Jackson Lowerman. Should score the runner from second. Lowerman gets it in. It's another RBI base hit by the Oktaha Tigers, and they have found their rhythm. It has been a heck of an inning for them. It's gone walk, 2 RBI home run, walk, fielder's choice, double, sac fly, RBI single to give the Tigers a 7-2 lead.
Now batting number 24, Cale Testerman.
Again, last year they lost to the to Cashin 4-1. The year before that, they went to the state championship game. I'm talking about fall baseball here. They went to the state championship game but lost to Silo 7-3. First pitch to Testerman, pops this one up, foul territory. Do we have a play here? Gannon Mullins gives it chase. Does the wind bring it back in? It does not. It'll be strike 1 though on Testerman, who's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. In fact, if you look at if Silo and Dale pretty much just imagine a world where they weren't schools. Oktaha would have so many championships. I mean, we have Silo that defeated Oktaha. Silo defeated them the year before that in the semifinals. Dale defeated them in the semifinals in 2019. Jones defeated Oktaha in the 2018 state championship. That was when they were in 3A. 0-1. Curveball misses up high for ball 1. Now, they've been to a lot, but they haven't won a spring state championship yet, and I think this might be the year that they can do it. Count even at 1-1. And the pitch. Ground ball, going to be just beyond the kicking leg of the third base coach of the Oktaha Tigers. Counts now 1-2 with 2 down, runner at first. Oktaha with a 7-2 lead. You just go down the list. Again, Dale semifinals, Silo championship, Dale semifinals, Silo championship, Dale championship. Those 2 schools aren't in their same class. As here's a curveball that misses outside to move the count to 2-2. If it weren't for those 2 schools, man, Oktaha would be, and I still think they are a powerhouse, but they'd have some state championship trophies. And since we're not playing them in the playoffs, I would like to see the Oktaha Tigers win a state championship this year. I think they're a very good team.
But lose this game.
The 2-2 will be fouled back for keeping the count at 2-2 with the runner taking off for second. Yeah, no offense to any Oktaha fans out there. I would prefer you not win this one, us being McAlester baseball broadcasters, but you guys have a pretty healthy lead right now at 7-2, top of the third. Buffaloes have come back, though, from, I think their biggest deficit they came back from was a 6-run deficit. 2-2. This one's popped up again, another sky-high one. Playable for Gunnar Hodgel in foul territory. Underneath it, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3. A lot of big league pop-ups by the Oktaha Tigers, but they had a big league pop-up over the left field wall that led to a 7-2 lead, again a 4-run inning for the Oktaha Tigers. We head to the home half of the third, again 7-2, Oktaha with the advantage. McAlester trying to cut into it here on
Graduation is only a month away.
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
As we head to the home half of the third inning, the McAlester Buffaloes trailing 7-2. I forgot to mention as we came back to play in the top of the third, Caden Lesnow did take the field for the McAlester Buffaloes again. It looked like he was down for quite a while after going after a fly ball in the left field foul area. Looked like he was looking at his right hand as the first pitch curveball to Lesnow, who's up at the dish, misses low for ball 1. Again, they were looking at his right hand is what I was saying, right hand, and looks like he's good enough to play. He's back in the lineup. 1-0 pitch, misses high, and the count's now 2-0. Lesnow hit the ball hard, but it was a line drive straight to the left fielder Ford, who's made a couple of really good plays today for the Tigers, including a diving catch. This fastball misses low, and the count's now 3-0. Only been one free pass given up to the Buffaloes so far today, and it was a walk to Jaden Chaney. 3-0 is the count. The windup and the pitch from the righty Christian. Misses upstairs, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Caden Lesnow. Buffaloes has some work to do, but nothing they haven't done before. Again, McAlester was down 7-1 to Red Oak, who lost to Oktaha just 2-1 earlier this year. I do think, and this no offense to Red Oak at all, they're year in and year out a really, 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 really good team. But I think Oktaha as a whole might be the better team this year. First pitch to Mullins, curveball, misses outside, ball 1. Mullins grounded out to the shortstop, Casey. Yeah, Braxton Casey at short and Connor Casey at second. 1-0. Fly ball, shallow center field. Getting underneath it is Braxton Casey, who makes the catch, and that'll be out number 1. Now, I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to speculate here. I don't know if Braxton and Connor are brothers or if they're related at all, but how cool would it be if you got to turn double plays with your brother up the middle of the field? That'd be pretty cool.
That would be fun.
I don't know if he is. I don't know if they are brothers or like related at all, but I'm just throwing out there how cool would it be to turn a double play with your brother up the middle. First pitch to Braden Phillips. Watches a strike in there. Phillips got the scoring starter for the Buffaloes back in the first. Had an RBI single with 2 down. You know, Lesnow might try to take off for second here in a little bit. Here's a ground ball over to the left side. Doesn't have a chance to. They'll throw it over to second still for the force out, and they call him out on the throw that was a little bit low and to the left, but hanging on to it was Connor Casey at second base to be able to get the force out. That was that's a gutsy decision to go to the ball over at second base on the slow hit grounder. But Pickering at third base trusted his abilities and got it there in time, and a good snag by Casey gets the out, and that brings up Spencer Stinchcomb. It's a 5-4 fielder's choice. First pitch to Stinchcomb, pops it up. Right side, Connor Casey underneath it, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3. Quick inning for the Buffaloes in the home half of the third. We head to the top of the fourth. Buffaloes are trailing the Tigers 7-2 here on senior night on KNED.
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffaloes supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, the wind is definitely picking up over here at McAlester. We're starting to have some dust fly in from the right side of the field, Todd. You can look this way. You don't have to pan it with the camera, but you can see it with your own eyes. There's some dust or
dust blowing in.
Dust blowing in from the right field wall area. As here's the first pitch to start at the top of the fourth inning, and it will miss the outside corner to number 2, Mason Pickering, who's 0-for-2 with 2 flyouts, 1 to short. Excuse me, take that back. That is... Well, who was I on here? I thought that was Kel Testerman that just popped up, but I guess I had that wrong. It's Mason Pickering up at the plate right now. Yeah, that's right. He's flown it to short and flown out to left as the next pitch misses down low for ball 2. I have it right. I'm looking at his number right here. Again, Buffaloes are trailing 7-2. It's the top of the fourth inning.
I can't believe you thought you were wrong.
Tigers scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the third. Like I said, some dust that is blowing in here at Mike Deak as the 2-0 misses outside for ball 3. Watkins in for his 4th inning of work. Yeah, from the foul area, that's the first time we're seeing some of that dust fly in.
That or somebody's got a really bad smoking problem.
I think it might be a smoker, actually. Not like an actual smoker, like no one's smoking. Is the 3-0 is way too high, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Mason Pickering to start off the 4th. I thought I saw like a smoker out
over there. Might
over
be.
there. I think there might be a smoker, actually.
Maybe senior night or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there might be cooking meat. I think that's what it is, because I thought I saw back on Tuesday or yesterday a smoker kind of over there by the first base dugout area. That would make sense, but I'm sure that Stinchcomb and Cheney in right field are like,
don't care.
Cut it out. It's blowing over to them. First pitch, swing and a miss. That's a huge cut, but coming up empty was Darren Ledford for strike 1. He's flown out to right field and walked so far today. I don't think that's just dust. I think that is smoke. Here's the 0-1. This one missed down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, keeping an eye on the weather. Still right now, nothing kind of popping up in Pittsburgh County, but we'll keep you updated. Here's the 1-1. Runner takes off. The pitch is up and outside. There's no throw to second from Phillips. And the count is 2-1 on Darren Ledford. Ledford, he is a junior for the Oktaha Tigers, so he's still got another year, but he's already committed to Connor State Junior College. He's going to be a Connor State Cowboy. The lefty up at the plate, the 2-1 pitch. This one upper outside quadrant gets the call. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers have racked up 8 hits by my count. 2-2. Curveball inside corner, strike 3. Got him looking. Bell tie, and Ledford knew it. Turned around, started making his way back towards the dugout like, why didn't I swing at that? I don't think he was expecting the curveball, and it hit right where Phillips wanted it. That brings up Kip Christian, who sent one into orbit the last time he came up to the plate. He is 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs, including a 2-run home run. He's got a runner at second in the game, 7-2. See how the Buffaloes pitch him. Slightly open stance here. Runner trying to get a big lead over at second. First pitch. Pops this one straight up. We'll wait for it to come down to earth. Who wants it? Watkins waiting. Hodgel snags it. Watkins keeps on looking back up and forth in the air saying, where did it go? He was going backwards. Hodgel kind of just stuck his glove out there and then brought it in. And that'll be out number 2. How many big league pop-ups have you seen today?
They have been. Man, some of them didn't think they're ever going to come back.
That's a sky-high one. And I can't believe Hodgel caught that one. Not because I didn't think he could, just because of how he just kind of reached his glove out there. It looked like there was miscommunication at first between Watkins and Hodgel said, who cares?
I think the wind's messing with it, too, when you get it up that high.
Absolutely.
It's hard to predict.
Spin move as Nick Tolbert comes up to the plate, 0-for-1 with a walk. The hits have come in bunches. I mean, there's some guys that don't have any hits, and really it's spread out throughout the lineup. Here's the first pitch. Missing down the turf for ball 1. Last year it was kind of different. I mean, everyone had a base hit, but there's only a couple of people that had multi-hit games against the Buffaloes last year. Here it's, you have Testerman with 2 hits, but Pickering with none. Ledford has none, but Kip Christian has 3 RBIs on 2 hits. The 1-0 ground ball straight into the Oktaha dugout. But they keep on going down the line. Tolbert, who's up at the plate right now, so far hitless. Braxton Casey hitless, but Hunter Ford has 2 hits. Kenyon Elam, he's, over 1, and Casey has a hit. It just kind of spread out through the lineup. Some guys are hot, and some guys are looking for their first hit going in through their 3rd time through the lineup. Buffaloes are trying to keep that runner stranded at second. Tigers have been really good with runners and scoring so far today. 1-1. Curveball misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. I will say that this is a really good sight to see. I mean, Watkins has filled the zone plenty today. He's only given up, looks like 4 free passes coming into his 4th inning of work. So here's the 2-1 from Ewott. Swing and a miss for strike 2, but he's been hitting his zones. There's only been once today that we really saw a 4-pitch walk. The rest of the time, it's Oktaha being really good and fouling pitches off to be able to get to those deep counts to lead to the walks. But he's hit his spots. Can he get out of the inning? The 2-2 pitch. And just staying alive. The lefty goes after it, hits off the top of the bat, and then rolls off of the netting on top of the McAlester dugout and rolls towards the pavilion. Count at 2-2 still. Despite the 7-2 game, I think Watkins has pitched a pretty good one. Just a credit to the Oktaha Tigers how good they are. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Watkins leaves the runner stranded at second. Gets a swinging strikeout of Tolbert, and that since this is the home half of the 4th, we played a half a 7-inning game. McAlester is trailing the Oktaha Tigers 7-2. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away, and
Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
McAlester Buffaloes down 7-2 to the Oktaha Tigers, trying to work their way back as we start the home half of the fourth. Here's the first pitch to Ethan Watkins. Fastball outside corner, strike one. That's how this bottom of the fourth begins. Again, Buffaloes trailing 7-2. Watkins reached on an E5, the only error that the Tigers have committed so far today. Kip Christian has done his job on offense and defense. And offensively, 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs, including a home run. Here's a slapper over to the right side. Second baseman charging. Casey flips to first and got him by a foot. That was a lot closer play than it could have been. Hustling down the first base line was Watkins, but couldn't beat out the throw. And that will be out number 1. So since a 2-run first inning by the McAlester Buffaloes, really settling in is Kip Christian. In fact, he's only given up 2 base runners since then. Both of them have been walks. First pitch to Lauerman. Fastball outside corner, strike one. Again, he's gotten better as the game has gone along. Buffaloes have been able to put a lot of balls in play, though. McAllister's only struck out once. 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike two, but in danger of striking out a third time. That's another thing McAlester really struggled with last night against the Pryor Tigers. And you look at the 1 for 16 with runners on scoring, how many times did they strike out? 2 times to end the inning with that runner in scoring. They struck out 12 times last night. 0-2. Here's a high hit fly ball, center field, but straight to the center fielder. That is Testerman that makes the catch for out number 2. Nice piece by Lauerman, but straight to Testerman that hardly had to move, and that brings up Gunnar Hodgel. McAllister's also hit the ball hard today. They have now lined up 3 or 4 times. Lesnell's lined out to left. You've had Lauerman lined out to center just there. Hodgel's lined out to the left as well. McAllister's put barrel on the ball, but straight to these excellently positioned Oktaha Tigers. First pitch to Gunnar Hodgel. Curveball misses high and ducking for cover. It's Hodgel for ball 1. Yeah, a good turnaround for McAllister, who just struck out too many times yesterday. You can't strike out 12 times in a game, especially when you get the runners in scoring position. But they've done much better making contact as the 1-0. It's popped up sky high. Again, slipping and falling is the left fielder forward. He gets back up, and it's going to land over him and go towards the wall. This is extra bases for Gunnar Hodgel. He'll have a double, and this is why putting the ball in play is so important. Right. We just talked about all the strikeouts. When you can even pop it up right there with all the rain that we got earlier today, you can make things a little bit slick. Ford slipped on his first step, and it leads to a double by Hodgel, and it brings up Jaden Chaney. Chaney trying to bring in Gunnar Hodgel at second base. Chaney has only had 3 at-bats with runners in scoring. He is 1 for 3 in such situations. First pitch. Down the middle of the plate for strike 1. Chaney worked a walk in his previous plate appearance for the Buffaloes to finish off their first time through the lineup. It's 2 down for McAllister. The 0-1. Fouling it straight back is Chaney, and the count's now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Jaden Chaney. Buffalo's trying to take advantage of the double that they were gifted by the baseball gods. Count at 0-2. Also pretty good strike there by Hodgel, not taking anything away from him. The 0-2 fastball runs inside, getting out of the way is Chaney, and the count is 1-2. That was the Buffaloes' 4th hit of the game. Just 3 behind Oktaha. 1-2 pitch to Chaney. Curveball staying away from it. Good pitch, but Chaney, good eyes. Lands low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to the senior Chaney. Favorite movie, Angels in the Outfield for the senior. Great movie. The 2-2 pitch to Chaney. He checks. Pitch misses up high. Does not say he went around, and neither does the field umpire. That was close. And you're hearing a lot of woos a little bit because that was about as close as it gets. And now the count is full at 3-2.
Well, he'll take it.
Christian takes a little bit of time thinking that he had the strikeout, maybe in two different ways. Pitch did look a little high. If you're asking my honest opinion, I think Cheney probably did go around. But he gets a second life here. 3-2. Gets a strikeout anyway. Low outside corner, strike 3, and the Buffaloes leave the runner stranded at second base. McAlester trails 7-2 heading to the top of the 5th against the Oktaha Tigers here on senior night on KNED.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. The Buffaloes trail the Oktaha Tigers 7-2. Hey, we have for the Tigers coming up to the plate, I want to mention this before we get to what we're going to be talking about. Braxton Casey, Hunter Ford, and Canyon Elam are going to be coming up. But it's funny. I never mentioned Kevin James in a broadcast ever. And I mentioned him because we were talking about people that played other, famous, real-life people.
Right.
It's Kevin James' birthday.
Oh, wow.
He's turning 59 years old today. The actor that played Doug Heffernan on The King of Queens for the longest time. Never have ever mentioned Doug Heffernan or Kevin James, and sure enough, my wife sends me a snap that says, "Hey, it's Kevin James' birthday," and also played Mall Cop too. Rocked out on Rock Band to some Detroit Rock City by Kiss. First pitch. Changeup misses down low for ball 1. Cale Testerman up at the plate. It's back to the top. Oh, no, I take that back. It's Braxton Casey. Braxton Casey up at the plate. 0 for 2 with a bunt out and a fielder's choice. 8-4 fielder's choice. The 1-0, that one just sails on Watkins as the count goes to 2-0 now. That ball might get a little slick here and there. Even though we do have a turf field, it doesn't mean that the rain just goes away. Yeah. I mean, still after all the rain that we got today,
moisture.
It will still be kind of slick out there, as we just saw with Ford slipping over in left field. That led to a Hodgel double in the previous half inning. When that ball rolls off at the turf a lot, it's going to get wet, and that time you saw Watkins as here's the 2-0. Chopper down the third base side. It will stay foul, and the count's 2-1. But we saw Watkins. If you're listening on radio, then you heard us talk about it. Watkins, after he let go of that ball that just air melded on him, he tried wiping his hand off on his pants, which are probably now wet too. Count is 2-1. Pitch to the righty. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Getting Casey with the upstairs fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But it is neat that you can play at night after the rain we had this morning.
Oh, man, that's the beauty of a turf field.
It is.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Line drive, well foul. I was also, again, I'm not going to mention the school here, but there was a school that came for a tournament here once. And it was actually this year when we had the turf field. They haven't been here for a tournament, or I guess to play at all, in a long time. And they said, "Oh, we're going to that tournament? Are you talking about the place that we play one game and then gets rained out?"
Yeah.
Because it's always the 5A shootout, Mike Deak shootouts, whatever you want to call it. As here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Good job.
Braxton Casey gets a swing and a miss, and that'll be out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Sit him down, throw it around, brings up Hunter Ford, who is 2 for 2 with a single and a double today. We just always have had the luck of, living in the great state of Oklahoma, to where when you get later in April, as we're now seeing today, it's going to rain all the time. And when you have a natural field as we once did here at Mike Deak Field, it makes it hard to be able to try to keep up with it over the course of a 3-day tournament as the first pitch misses inside for ball one or a 3-day festival. And we were sharing stories because I was, once on the McAlester Buffalo baseball team for 4 years during my high school career. I know about the stories of pulling the tarp onto the field, having to stay up late as the 1-0 is fouled back for strike one. We always had to pull the tarp onto the field, and you get done with the game that your game was scheduled for 7, might run a little bit late, might not start till 7:30 or 8, and you don't get done with the game till almost 11, and then you have to pull the tarp onto the field to get all the tires on top, and then the next morning to get ready, you're showing up at 7 a.m. to take off the tarp. I liked pulling the tarp on more than I liked taking it off, to be honest.
Yep.
1-1, misses low for ball two. So I will say, even though I do love the fresh-cut grass look of a field,
yep,
turf is so much more convenient to be able to get to play all these games. Here's the 2-1. Misses upstairs and inside on Hunter 4, 3 balls, 1 strike. It makes it way more convenient. McAllister's only had 1 game get canceled this year due to weather, and it wasn't even their game. That goes to show you the beauty of a turf field. 3-1. And that one hits off the helmet. And quickly the home plate umpire goes to check on the right-handed batter Ford. It nicked the helmet, but again, that is why we have helmets, and he'll get over to first base. Good to see that he's okay.
To the plate, number 5.
And it's also a great thing that this sport that we're playing today we've upgraded our equipment in the last 100 years.
I was thinking the same thing. What that would have been like. Oh,
for Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have felt as good, I'll tell you that. But it looks like Ford is okay, and that's great to see. So he'll take first base. He looked like he was okay, just nicked that side of that helmet.
He's smiling when it got down here.
Good thing he kind of got out of the way of that, too. He was already starting to turn away. First pitch and this one misses high and inside. And runner will take off for second on the wild pitch. Canyon Elam up at the plate, who's flown out to second, then an RBI sac fly to right field. And I can tell you right now, as a batter, you saw the last 2 pitches go up that direction. You can kind of get a little antsy in the box. Here's the 1-0. And he pops this one up sky high again in the infield. Who wants it? Les now calls everyone off. The shortstop coming in and making the catch just beyond the pitcher's mound, and that'll be out number 2. Brings up Connor Casey, who's 1 for 1 with the hit by pitch and an RBI single. As a runner at second base, Buffaloes are trailing 7-2, top of the 5th. Tigers scored all 7 of their runs in the first 3 innings, 4 of them coming in the 3rd. First pitch, runs inside but misses the zone as well as the batter, Casey, for ball 1. Talking all this talk about weather again, McAlester seeing the clouds dissipate again, kind of moving around the field here. Trying to show some blue skies, but I feel like we have clouds on top of clouds. Count as 1-0.
We always get that McAlester break.
The 1-0 misses outside for ball 2. Describe, for anyone that might be from Oktaha, describe the McAlester break.
That means that for some reason when storms start to come, usually,
knock on wood right now,
usually they will go around us. And we've seen it happen time and time again.
2-0 is a fly ball to left field. Hardly having to move is Jackson Lauerman. Underneath it, makes the catch for out number 3. So back-to-back innings after that 4-run third. McAlester has gotten the Tigers to go scoreless. We head to the home half of the 5th. 7-2, McAlester trails, trying to cut back into it. They'll have the top of the order up. Aiden Shumway, Caden Lussnow, and Gandon Mullins trying to spark a comeback down to their final 9 outs and down by 5 here on K.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
McAlester down to their final 9 outs, trying to spark a comeback here. 7-2 is the score. As we have coming in for his 5th inning of work is Kip Christian, who has looked really good the second time through the order. Again, McAlester looked like 3 out of their 4 hits in the first time through, and then only 1 hit in the second time through, and that was a benefit to the wet turf here too. First pitch to Aiden Shumway, misses down low for ball 1. Shumway is 1 for 2. He is singled and flown out to short. Buffaloes trying to get a little bit loud in the dugout there with some chanting for their batter as the next pitch, fastball high strike, but it gets the call. Count is even at 1-1. The windup from Christian and the 1-1 pitch. This one misses down low for ball 2. For those on radio, I haven't really mentioned Christian's windup because if there's ever a change in the windup a little bit, I like to mention it too, so you can get kind of a better understanding or visually picture it. He kind of does the rock the baby wind-up. And if you don't know what that means, Todd, I'll let you look at his next wind-up, and I'll describe it a little bit better. So he kind of rocks the baby and then delivers. Yep. This one's a ground ball to the shortstop. Casey Fields fires over to first. It's high, but good thing Tolbert's a little tall, too. Reaches up and makes the catch for out number 1. Brings up Caden Less now, who's 0 for 1 with the line out to the left and walked. No, but describing it a little bit more. So if you've ever seen a right-handed pitcher wind up, so you step off, you kind of start your wind up with the step to the left with your left foot, and then instead of keeping his glove out in front of him, here's the first pitch to Les now. He swings and misses for strike 1. Instead of keeping his hands out in front of him or bringing it down like a lot of people do, he keeps his hand inside of his glove and he rocks his glove to the left, brings it back up to the right in one motion, and then delivers the pitch.
That can be deceptive.
The 0-1 swing and a miss for strike 2. That's what I call rock the baby, because if you ever rocked a baby, it looks like you're rocking the baby with your left, or with your right hand inside your left, your glove on your left hand.
There it is.
0-2 to Les now, and barely fouls this one off. I think that was close to skipping off the turf, and he still fouled it off. That'll keep the count at 0-2 here for number 2 Les now. You get into one fluid motion. Also today, Christian's rocking the high stirrups today. The 0-2 pitch from the righty. Line drive up the middle. Base hit for Caden Less now. That's now 6 games in a row with a base hit for the senior. As, again, he didn't have the greatest start to the season. He'll be the first to tell you that. And although he was under 300 for a little while there until I'd say maybe the later part of March, he is now the second best hitter in terms of batting average, up there near 370.
There you go.
He's had a really, really good April.
Good to see improvement.
Oh, he's been fantastic. He's been great all 4 years. He's a 4-year starter for the McAlester Buffalo baseball team. I think he's the only – Gannon Mullins got to start a little bit too, I think, his freshman year, but he's the only person that has started nearly every game of his varsity career at the high school level. Buffaloes are going to miss him. Buffaloes are going to miss all these guys. First pitch to Mullins, missing outside, ball 1.
And everybody goes through a slump. It doesn't matter what level,
That's just baseball.
It just happens.
There's a reason why no one bats 1,000.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's a called strike up inside. Count evens up at 1-1 strike. I don't think Mullins liked the call. As Gannon digs back to the box, 0 for 2 so far. Ground out to short and a fly out to short. So Braxton Casey at short should keep his, ears pinned up. Taking off for second. Not a great jump by Lesnow. Throw down to second is wide right. Gets into the outfield. Lesnow will try to take third. Here's the throw in from center field. That is not in time. That gets by the third baseman, but luckily there's a wall there for the Tigers. It bounced straight back to the third baseman Pickering. That is a steal of second for Lesnow, and then an E2 leads to a take of third. So now just a fly ball into the outfield should be able to score Lesnow. That is his 27th stolen base of the season. When you consider where he was at last year, 19 stolen bases, and that was in 38 games. He has 27 in 33. Another run 90 feet away for the Buffs. Long leg kick in the pitch. Fastball right at the bottom of the zone. Mullins watches it for a strike, and the count is now even at 2-2. Buffaloes early in this game really good with runners and scoring. Got to get back to that here if they want to come back from down 5, 7-2, bottom of the 5th. Christian kicks and fires the 2-2. And swinging to miss on the curveball for strike 3. That's a big-time strikeout by Kip Christian. Now the Buffaloes have to really get a base knock to be able to bring it in. Braden Phillips did it in the first inning. Can he do it again in the 5th? The big point of wanting to get this run in right here, and you might think, well, it's still going to be a 4-run game. If you can make it a 4-run game and you can load the bases, a game changes with one swing of the bat. You want to get this to a 4-run game right now. First pitch to Phillips. And Christian has just gotten better as the game's gone along. He is pinpoint location there to Ledford, who set up on the outside corner, hit his mitt right there, strike 1. 0-1 from Phillips. Goes with the off-speed, misses low inside for ball 1. Phillips with 20 RBIs on the season has batted the entire year out of the cleanup spot. Over 300 with runners in scoring. 1-1. Fastball misses outside. Good eye. You can tell that Phillips is the catcher. With all the rain that we got, and he's been catching today, his pants have gotten real wet, but his jersey is dry. Tell where he's taking off those shin guards. 2-1. Fouled off at the plate. The count's now at even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Let's see, warming up in the McAlester bullpen. Who do we have over there? Looks like Gunnar Hodgel was warming up in the McAlester bullpen. This would be his second pitching appearance of the season if he does get the call. 2-2. Curveball misses high, and the count's now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hodgel, I take that back. He pitched actually against the Pryor Tigers No, he didn't. What am I looking at? Yeah, he pitched against Pryor last year. Pitching against Oktaha last year was Jackson Lowerman and Parker Dusenberry. 3-2 is fouled off, and staying alive is Braden Phillips with a really good at-bat. See if it can culminate in a base hit. On deck is Spencer Stinchcomb, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Count is full. The pitch from Christian. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit, Braden Phillips. He is 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and another 2-out base knock. And that might end up being a big deal because, again, it makes it a 4-run game. You can change a game with one swing of the bat in a 4-run game if you can get the bases loaded. So that is a big deal for the Buffaloes. That is what I call striking distance if you can stay within 4 runs.
Yep.
So Buffaloes get back to striking distance. That brings up Spencer Stinchcomb, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Buffaloes record their 6th hit of the game. First pitch in and out. The glove just popped out like a trampoline and up the third base line. Phillips will take second base. Giving you an example of how hard Christian threw that ball. It popped. It looked like you had a trampoline in Ledford's mitt. Just popped right back out and rolled about, 20 feet up the third base line. 1 ball, no strikes to Stinchcomb. So handing it off over to Stinchcomb, who had an RBI single in the similar situation back in the first inning. Can the Buffaloes make this a 3-run game if they can get a base hit? 1-0. Pops it up, but out of play. I don't think the wind's going to bring this one back in. Count is even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Stinchcomb comes into this game batting .422 with runners in scoring position, nearly 60% of his hits, and now over 60 since he had a hit back in the first inning with the runner in scoring. has been with, again, runners in scoring position coming into today, 337 batting average, now 23 RBIs. That 23 RBI mark is good for third on the team. Had a really good junior year. 1-1. Curveball misses low and outside. That's ball 2. He kind of goes with a short stance. I mean, he keeps his legs kind of close together, but he's got a long stride, really long stride. It's worked out for him. Likes to go up the middle, likes to get it to the right side of the field. 2-1. Misses low and outside for ball 3. I think he's someone that actually utilizes the entire field really well, as we're going to have a mound visit here as the count goes to 3-1. Think it's just a mound visit. Could be a pitching change. But we'll take a 30-second break and be back regardless here on KNED.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
So we still have a mound visit going on right now. It doesn't look like it's going to be a pitching change, but it is a pretty long mound visit here with the pitcher, Kip Christian. Home plate umpire says, okay, we got to get back to play here in a little bit. But he didn't just walk out there. He ran out there after the third or fourth pitch of the at-bat landed in the ball to Spencer Stinchcomb. He knows how vital this at-bat could be, too. If the Buffaloes can make this a 3-run game, again, they've come back from down 6 to the Red Oak Eagles before. This is the Oktaha Tigers. Like I said, probably a better team this year than Red Oak is this year. But still, Buffalo's trying to mount a rally here, down 7-3. Great jump. The pitch is a fly ball left field going towards the alleyway. It's going to be run after. It's going to land. It's a one-hopper to the fence. Spencer Stinchcomb does it again and drives in Braden Phillips. An RBI double makes this a 7-4 game. The left fielder Ford was kind of hugging, not really that close, but he was favoring the left field line, and he had to make a long run to try to get to that ball, and it still went over his head. Another one-hopper to the fence for the Buffaloes, and McAlester has made it a 3-run game, trying to keep it going, looking for another base hit. Watkins is 0 for 2. He's reached on an E5, and he's grounded out to the second baseman. 7-4 game. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1 on a low pitch. Looked like a curveball there from Christian. No balls and 1 strike. Christian's got to kind of be getting up there with this pitch count, too. I'll try to see if I can get exactly how many pitches he's thrown here in just a tad bit. Well, not really that much. That was pitch number 84. Count 0-1. Watkins waits, still waits, and I think this is why Christian couldn't really see the signs from the catcher, Ledford. Ledford just says step off. Ledford told his pitcher to step off. And now Christian looking back over towards the Oktaha dugout. Something was relayed to him from there. Count is 0-1 on Watkins. They'll pick off a throw over to second, not in time. 7-4 ball game. 2 down, home half of the 5th. Christian pauses, spins, and looks back over at second base again. He does throw it. What's led to a lot of good jumps by the Buffaloes, including Phillips on that RBI double. It's a long leg kick by Christian, and by the time he lets go of the ball, if you get a good jump, you can get a stolen base at third. 0-1. This is up and inside for ball 1. And that's maybe another reason why they wanted to go talk to him, too, just to say, hey, mix up your timing, mix up your looks. You know, every time you lift your leg, make sure you pay attention to the runner over at second base, too, because if you keep on getting into a rhythm, they'll take off on you. 1-1. Fastball misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jackson Lauerman's on deck. He's 0 for 2. Gunnar Hodgel in the hole is 1 for 2. Buffalo's 2 extra base hits on the day are from their 2 juniors, the only 2 players that aren't seniors in the lineup. 2-1. Fastball misses high. Hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike to Ethan Watkins. And things could get interesting here. If he walks him, the tying run comes up to the plate. 3-1 pitch, and he does walk him. High fastball, tying run up the plate for senior Jackson Lauerman. As Watkins has just now worked his 25th walk of the year.
And the last visit here.
That looks like it will be.
Yep.
As we will have a new pitcher in for the Oktaha Tigers. Buffaloes trying to mount a rally. They've scored 2 already here in the 5th. Trail 7-4. Runners at first and second. Tying run up at the plate. And Jackson Lauerman when we come back here.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George 9 Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
We have our first call to the bullpen today. That's brought to you by Jet Tire Service. Jet Tire Service has been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. So now up to the mound, Nick Tolbert. And if you are watching on the video stream, then you see that he looks a little bit taller than the rest of the players on the field. And that's because he stands at 6'5", according to his Twitter page. Again, 6'5", I believe he's a sophomore, class of 2026. That would be a sophomore. And he moves from first base over to the mound. Christian from the mound over to third. Pickering from third over to first. So just moving around the corners to the mound. But again, Nick Tolbert, a righty that stands at 6'5". And the reason why, you mentioned it as soon as you saw him come onto the mound, it's less distance from the mound to the plate when you have someone that has a long stride like Tolbert does.
Totally different from what you've just seen, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond to it.
First pitch to Lauerman is up and inside and duck for cover. Make sure you bring the bat down too. That'd be ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to Lauerman. He was struck out swinging and lined out to center field. Tying run is at the plate.
I wouldn't want to get hit by that ball either.
Runners at first and second. He can hum it in there, can he? 1-0. Line drive left side. It's straight to the shortstop, though, and it'll be a fielder's choice. It was a hard hit, but straight to Casey. Lauerman gets over to first base, kind of just leans over and says, man, if it was anywhere else. That'll be a fielder's choice. You heard the ping of the bat, but the Buffaloes can't get any more. But they have brought it back to a 3-run game as we head to the top of the 6th. Still 6 more outs to work with to try to get back the tide and maybe even take the lead. Here on senior night, it's Oktaha 7, McAlester 4 here on KNE.
Hi, my name is...
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We have a call at the bullpen to begin the top of the 6th inning. McAlester is trailing 7-4 to the Oktaha Tigers. This call at the bullpen brought to you by Jet Tire Service, who has been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. It's Gunnar Hodgel on the mound now for the McAlester Buffaloes, as this is Gunnar Hodgel's 2nd pitching appearance of the season. His first one was a start. That was on March 15th before McAlester went to Arizona. Took on the Hugo Buffaloes and had a really good outing. He got the win in 4 innings pitched, no earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits against Gunnar Hodgel. He is tasked with the top of the order in his first pitching appearance in over a month. And his first pitch is high for ball 1. Testerman is 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and both those ribbies coming off of his second at-bat double. McAlester won that game against Hugo in a final score of, I believe it was 9-0. Yeah, 9-0. Hodgel working out of the stretch with nobody on, and the 1-0 pitch. This one misses high, and that'll be ball 2. So let's look around the diamond now for McAlester as we have Watkins go from the mound over to center field. Shumway moves from center over to first base. From first base over to third to take where Hodgel was is Gandon Mullins. So we'll go around the diamond one more time and look at the defensive alignment. Here's the 2-0 from the junior Gunnar Hodgel after a deep breath. The pitch. That one right at the letters for strike 1. So he brought it back down after missing the first 2 high. It is again Shumway at first, Stinchcomb at second, Lesnow at short, Mullins at third, and the outfield Lauerman in left, Watkins in center, Cheney in right. And the battery for the Buffs, again, Braden Phillips, Gunnar Hodgel on the mound. 2-1 from Hodgel. Fouled straight back, and the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, Todd, looks like a lot of the clouds have moved away, at least the ones that we can see.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe there's some spots on the
some
east side
us,
of us, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as we can see, it doesn't look too bad. Again, tornado watch in Pittsburgh County until 9 p.m. Keeping y'all updated just as much as we can while we cover baseball. 2-2 from Hodgel. Outside corner, strike 3. Welcome to the game, Gunnar Hodgel. And the first batter he sees, his 4th strikeout on the year on a backwards K, and it brings up Mason Pickering. All he needed was those first 2 warm-up pitches with the batter in the box. And he brought it back down, and 3 pitches after that gets the strikeout. Brings up Mason Pickering. He's now the first baseman for the Tigers. He's flown out to short, flown out to left, and walked. McAlester trailing 7-4, top of the 6th inning, 1 down for the Tigers. Pitch. Low inside, ball 1. Lights are on over here in McAlester, Oklahoma, like a Jason Aldean song. The lights come on. 1-0 the count. Pretty good crowd today, too, here for senior night. Always brings out a pretty good crowd. And if you are listening to us or watching this and you're in the McAlester area, as the 1-0 is popped up and out of play, count is even at 1-1. Could see a really good finish. So we encourage you, if you're in the McAlester listening area.
Come encourage them.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too late. Come in and watch the end of this McAlester baseball game. We have the top of the 6th right now in a 7-inning game.
Yeah, we had talked a little bit about that senior night. It was just really cool to see the parents go out with the kids and to think about what those parents have gone through with the baseball players. You know, took them through Little League.
It's a 1-1.
Junior high. Some of them probably, went on.
Doesn't get the spot on the next pitch. It's now 2 balls, 1 strike on what looked like it was perfect at the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Some went on traveling teams all the different things that parents have to do, and it's just a really neat moment to see them walk out with their senior.
Now, I'll talk to you a little bit about this after this next pitch, but here's the 2-1 pitch that misses high and outside for ball 3. Now, you've gone through the experience of seeing your kids grow up and play sports and then graduate and everything. I'm just at a year and a half old right now with Harper back at home. So from a senior dad's experience, what was it like getting to see your kids play sports kind of for the final time in their playing career?
It's an incredible feeling. You're incredibly proud of them for going that far.
3-1 gets the strike call up inside, moves the count to full at 3-2.
And then, but then you're also just like maybe the kid sometimes is a little sad because
bittersweet.
Yeah. Bittersweet. I think some moms are just glad it's all over.
Here's the 3-2. And that one does miss high and outside, and that's going to be a walk to Pickering to bring up Darren Ledford with the runner at first and 1 down. Buffaloes are trailing 7-4, top of the 6th inning. But yeah, you'd be surprised. I mean, I've seen a bunch of. I'm friends with a lot of. The cool thing about being in my position is I've gotten to make a lot of friends through my time here. I'm already from McAlester, but you get to know the fans and the families and everything. Right. So I get to friend some of them on Facebook, and you see all the senior Saturdays or senior Sundays that they have posting their kids. They're not ready. Here's the first pitch. It's a high pop-up, deep right field, going towards the line, Cheney towards the foul pole, and it wraps around the foul pole for a long strike 1. And that is against the wind, Bob Seeger style. That was down the right field line, and then the wind was going against the wind. The wind was trying to push it back around the right field foul pole. You're welcome. You're welcome. Strike 1. That
so far we've had BGs and now Bob Seeger.
Jason Aldean too.
And Jason Aldean. Forgot about that.
The 0-1. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. That ball was launched. If someone's walking the track, I think that went over them. But it just was foul. I mean, by a good 6-7 feet. The count's 0-2. All it is a long strike, and Hodge will get the strike out. This pitch misses high, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Buffaloes are trailing 7-4 to the Oktaha Tigers. I've got a bunch of references. I got in my back pocket, Todd. Here's the 1-2. Runner takes off. Her second pitch is high, and it's trouble in the transfer there for Phillips. The count is 2-2 with the steal of second is Mason Pickering. Once I said over at the old House on the Hill, Bob Rowland Gymnasium, it was a big-time win for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes at the time against the Ada Lady Cougars. And I was mentioning it at the end of the game going into the boys' game. So here's the 2-2. Can't get the corner. They call it outside. He's been right around the zone. Hodges looked good. Count is full, though. Does not get the call. 3 balls, 2 strikes. But I used a Stevie Ray Vaughan reference. I said, if the house is knocking, or if the house is rocking, don't bother knocking. Come on in. Might have to pay admission, though. Here's the 3-2 from Hodgel. And that one misses high as well. Probably should have got the strike call on the last pitch. But doesn't get it, and it's back-to-back walks now to Mason Pickering and Darren Ledford. Brings up Kip Christian, who's already hit a 2-run home run today. He's right now in line for the win for the Tigers, unless the Buffaloes can come back and tie it. Runners at first and second with 1 down. Buffaloes could use the old 2-for-1 special here. Looking for a double play. Hodgel comes set, looks over at second base, quick fires the pitch. Curveball outside corner, called strike 1. (7-4) lead. Oktaha trying to get those runs back. They gave up in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 0-1. Pops it up. I think it's going to get out of play on top of the Hughes Field house, and it will. The count's now at 0-2. Runner at second was about to take off, but good job of Hodgel on the last pitch, mixing up his timing. That's what a lot of base runners like to do. They like to actually time up the pitcher. They have, like for McAlester, we've always used the term UCLA. Don't know why we use those 4 letters, but we do. And we try to time up the pitcher on when he lifts that leg and which letter it lands on. Hodgel changed up the timing, kept the runner at bay. Here's a line drive on a curveball to center field. It's going to one-hop. It should score a run. Watkins grabs it, fires it in quickly. The wave home run. Stinchcomb will take in the cutoff, and that will be an RBI single, a staying hot. His 4th RBI of the game. Kip Christian. Carl Albert, you're getting a good one. That brings up Nick Tolbert.
Now batting, number 21, Nick Tolbert.
Tolbert is 0 for 2.
For those listening on the KNED, the 1150 side is weaker. We had some transmitter problems this morning, and but if you listen to you can listen online or you can listen on to the FM side at 98.3.
Runners at the corners. Again, thank you, Todd, for reminding people about that. But a lot of people are trying to tune in right now on the radio side of things as we have a runner take off for second. They'll fire it back to Hodgel that wasn't ready for it. Thankfully, the runner at third does not take off as it goes past him. So it's a steal of second base officially for Kip Christian. Runners at second and third with one down. Pitch was called a ball to the now pitcher, Nick Tolbert. He's flown out to right, walked, and struck out swinging. Tigers respond after not scoring in the 4th or 5th inning to an early run on the base hit from Christian. 1-0. Pops this one up and well out of play, and the count's now at 1-1. Go on top of the Hughes Fieldhouse where all good baseballs go to die. Now, someone came up there not too long ago. I think they cleared out the gutters because it lands on top of the Hughes Fieldhouse.
And
then
the gutters.
And
How
it
many they
rolls.
find?
I don't know, but I at one point in the season, I saw all of them kind of lined up, and then someone over the last week or two cleared them all off. And now the only thing I see on top of I see a tennis ball on top of the Hughes Fieldhouse. You can probably see it with the naked eye right above the house on the Hughes Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
The sign there. Infield comes in on the infield turf with runners at second and third, and the count 1-1. And the pitch. And slapping the bat at this one, and it will be landing again on top of the Hughes Fieldhouse. You got to hope that it bounces off, or else someone's going to have to get a ladder. And then with all the rain coming in, they're going to get waterlogged. You ever tried throwing a waterlogged baseball?
Oh, man.
Not fun.
Or hitting one.
Not fun. Even more not fun. 1-2 from Hodgel. Curveball, line drive, good piece of hitting, but straight to Jaden Chaney, who makes a leaping catch. It'll be a sac fly as runners will tag up. That one was launched. That's a great pitch from Gunnar Hodgel, too. It was a curveball down at the knees, really a perfect two-strike pitch, but somehow Tolbert was still able to elevate that, and Jaden Chaney making the leaping grab over in right field to limit it to only a sac fly and not a 2 RBI extra base hit. Great catch. Brings up Braxton Casey, but the Tigers do get those 2 runs back that they gave up in the bottom of the 5th. It's a big deal. Runner advances from second to third, also on the sac fly, so here's the first pitch to Casey. Fastball right down Broadway, strike one. And that's just what the Oktaha Tigers are really good at. They're good at once they give you a little bit of life or if that you get it from them, they're good at bouncing back. They don't wait till the last innings or they don't just try to ride it out until the last inning and say if we can do it with our defense. Their offense complements their defense. This is curveball, misses up and inside for ball 1. I told it earlier in the inning when they had a 4-run top of the 3rd. They like to snuff the life out of you.
Yep.
And if they think you're getting life back, they want to take it right back, and that's what they did.
Yep.
1-1. Lower outside corner called, strike 2. And yes, I do know there's a couple of walks that Hodgel gave up, but a lot of these base hits they don't look like pitches right over the middle of the plate. They're good pieces of hitting. Good pitches on the outside corners, inside corners, low part of the zone. They're just driven. Hodgel takes a deep breath. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss for strike 3. The Tigers do get 2 runs back, but Hodgel leaves the runner stranded over at third and makes the score now 9-4. Buffaloes have already scored 2 in the last half inning. Can they at least get back to striking distance, which is what we call 4 runs or less? We get to the bottom of the 6th, McAlester trailing 9-4 here on K.
Okay!
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away,
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
It is 9-4. The McAlester Buffaloes trying to make the seventh inning easier on them, or maybe they can try to just get it all back in one inning. But they trail 9-4, and they have to face again Nick Tolbert. He's only faced one batter so far, and that was Jackson Lauerman. Lauerman hit the ball hard, but it was straight to the shortstop to end the McAlester rally. It is now Gunnar Hodgel, who is 1 for 2 with a line out to left and a double. He's hit the ball hard twice. Again, what makes Nick Tolbert really good already that we've seen is here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. He delivers a good fastball, but it feels like it's coming at you even faster. As we mentioned in the last inning, he stands at 6'5" in that long stride, less distance from the hand to the plate. As this one's fouled off, and quickly the count is 0-2.
Working fast.
I promise you, no one worked faster than the. I think I don't know if it was Sepulpa or Kawita, but one of those pitchers for one of those teams worked insanely fast. The 0-2. Ground ball down the third base line, fielded well by the third baseman Christian across the diamond, in time for out number one. 5-3 ground out. McAlester still only struck out twice so far today. Much improved from a day ago. And that brings up Jaden Cheney. Take that back. They have struck out 3 times. Cheney has walked in, struck out on a backwards K. Wind up in the first pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss a little bit late on the fastball, strike one. Starting to see sunshine again. As the sun's going to begin to set over on the left side.
See it very long.
0-1 fastball misses way high, ball one. Tolbert likes what he sees from Ledford. And the 1-1. Goes with the off speed after 2 fastballs. Fills the middle of the plate for strike 2. That's the thing that you hate the most as a batter. When you see a live fastball and then he can throw it off speed like that. Like, oh, he's got that in his arsenal. The 1-2 pitch. Goes back with a fastball, froze him. Outside corner, called strike 3. And it brings up Aiden Shumway. Shumway is 1 for 3 with a single, fly out to short, and a ground out to short. But you like the curveball, fastball pitchers, but when you see a changeup in there, that was my least favorite pitch to face. First pitch to Aiden Shumway, fastball inside corner, and it doesn't help that Tolbert is just dotting it. Living around the corners and looking really, really good. The righty winds and deals the 0-1 pitch. Goes with the off-speed, that's why he changes it up. And out in front with Shumway, and the count's 0-2, and Tolbert has got the Buffalo offense right now just in his pocket. Here's the windup.
That double rock there.
The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses low and outside, and the count is now 1-2. Yeah, he does. What his windup is, instead of doing like the rock the baby, he just taps his left foot but kind of rocks his whole body.
Yep.
That time he didn't do it. The 1-2 curveball misses high for ball 2, and that can also throw off the rhythm of the batter.
That's what I'm saying. You could, and if you do it once and then you don't do it the next time,
it messes with your timing. Yep. Truly does.
There it is.
Wind up and the pitch. Fastball, ground ball left side. Nice snag by the third baseman Christian across the diamond again. In time for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Nick Tolbert. So the Buffaloes are going to win this one. They got to walk it off. But they're down right now 9-4. Still have a lot of work to do. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffaloes supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
We've gone over the 2-hour mark. This is a now 2-hour and 3-minute broadcast. Well, more than that, but a 2-hour and 3-minute game. And the sun is setting off to our left at Mike Deak Field, and the sun is also setting on the Buffalo 2024 season here at Mike Deak. As it's scheduled, second to last game of the regular season. McAllister's last regular season game will be on Monday against Muskogee before they go to the Collinsville Regional, which according to OSSAA is scheduled for Thursday. McAllister's first game would be against Grove at 1:30. That is what it's scheduled as of right now. 7-8-9 batters up for the Tigers. Gunnar Hodgel in for his second inning of work. Here's the first pitch. Fastball missing upstairs. Ball 1 to Hunter Ford, who is 2 for 2. He has singled, doubled, and been hit by a pitch. Hits have been similar, but I think a lot more free passes just given up by the Buffaloes here today, and the Tigers have taken advantage. McAllister's played a clean game. 1-0. Catches the upper part of the quadrant. Strike 1 on the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 2 runs were scored on a missed fly ball that won't count as an error, but a missed fly ball in foul territory. That was back in the second inning. But still, other than that, the Tigers have been able to score 3 extra runs if you take those away, more than the Buffaloes. The 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2 upstairs. I think the difference really has been Oktaha when they've had runners in scoring position. Even though McAllister's been pretty good too. They've been much better than they were yesterday. Oktaha's been better with runners in scoring. Their 8 hits have mattered more in terms of when they've come. Deep breath from Hodgel. Count at 1-2 and the pitch. Fastball misses way too high. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And you look at the 8 hits, I'm sure most of them have been with runners in scoring. Count even at 2-2. Hodgel comes set against the righty Ford and the pitch. That one misses high as well. Count full, 3-2. It's actually kind of wild. I think McAllister's, they might have played a better game today than they did yesterday. And they're losing this one by 5 and won the last one by 3. 3-2 pitch, fouled off. The count will still be full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. In fact, I'll go there. McAllister's played a better game today than they played yesterday. As of right now, again, we're into the top of the 7th inning. That just goes to show you how good Oktaha is. Hodgel comes set. We'll do it again. The 3-2 pitch from the junior. Outside corner. Doesn't get the call. Phillips was popping up, getting ready to throw it around. Doesn't get the strike call. And Phillips, other than the home plate umpire, has the best seat in the house. That'll be a 3-2 walk. That's the second time today that it looked like Hodgel got a strikeout. And he's only pitched now in an inning and working on an inning and a third. That's the second time today. He's now had 3 walks, but I think 2 of those should probably be strikeouts. That leads to Canyon Elam coming up. He's 0 for 2 with a RBI sac fly. He's flown out 3 times. Here's a pickoff over to first that nearly goes a little bit too far left of Shumway, who snags it and keeps the runner at first. 9-4 Oktaha advantage, top of the 7th inning. And the pitch. Popped up and out of play. That'll be strike 1. I think the tornado watch has gone away. We're under a flood watch, though. I think White could probably tell us that possibly, but I don't see a tornado watch now in effect.
They dropped the tornado watch.
I think they dropped the tornado watch. Count is 0-1. White can probably verify that for us in a little bit. He's our board operator. Yeah, pick off over to first, and White talking to us in our ear right there. Again, no tornado watch. Tornado watch has been dropped, but we are under a flood watch. Actually, we're not under one right now. The flood watch will go into effect on Saturday at 4 p.m. Central Time, and it will last until Sunday at 1 p.m. That's a long flood watch. 0-1, misses high for ball 1. So if that tells you anything, that means we're expecting a bunch of rain here in Pittsburgh County. Yep. So just a reminder, and it rhymes, so you shouldn't forget it, turn around, don't drown. If you're going anywhere where you see standing water, don't try it. Down even at 1-1. The pitch misses high, and the count's now 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think some strong winds still again coming up on Sunday as well. So,
well, the risk of severe weather going from Saturday night to Sunday night, going to be pretty strong. Not out of the woods yet. 2-1 is high for ball 3, but this is what tells me that God's a baseball fan. He separated. He got us out of the storms today for us to play today, just to get back to the storms tomorrow and Sunday. But, yeah, the Buffaloes down right now 9-4, 3-1 count coming up to Elam. The pitch popped up and out of play over towards the Sea of Concrete, a.k.a. the parking lot. Count is full at 3-2. But, yeah, still severe weather this week. We might get some more rain next week, but I know Monday and Tuesday, as of right now, is looking pretty clear. But still got to get through Saturday and Sunday. Majority of it Sunday, it looks like. The overnight hours going into Sunday, right? Yeah.
I recall.
3-2. Staying alive. Fouling it off is Elam. A lot of good at-bats here by the Tigers. I don't know what it is, but if you want to be a good baseball team, just have the name Tigers. We've faced a lot of them this week. Count 3-2. Good lead at first. Hodgel waits and fires. And again fouling it off. Count still full, 3-2. If I can get the game changer in time, I'll let you know how many pitches this has been here. Feels like it's gone on for quite a while. Pretty good battle here between Hodgel and Elam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is only going to be pitch number 8, but it just feels like more. Runner takes off the 3-2. Outside corner, called strike 3. Runner will take second base, but that's another strikeout from Gunnar Hodgel. Gets the backwards K on Canyon Elam. And for Gunnar Hodgel, 3 out of his 4 outs have been recorded via strikeout. Brings up Connor Casey, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He had 3 strikeouts on the season. Granted, it was only 1 outing. But he had 3 strikeouts in 4 innings against the Hugo Buffaloes. This one misses down low for ball 1. He has done that in 4 outs today. Runner at second. Count 1-0 with 1 down, top of the 7th inning. And that sun might actually start affecting the Buffaloes. As it starts to set, it will affect the right side of the field as this one misses up and outside, ball 2. I know that Shumway's got glasses on his hat if he wants to switch to it. Stinchcom's already got the glasses on. Cheney, if it gets in his eyes, he's just in trouble. Here's the 2-0. Bottom of the zone, catches it. 2 balls, 1 strike. I played primarily third base and pitcher when I was in high school, but every once in a while, when Grant Sontag pitched, he was our primary first baseman. When he pitched, I'd move over to first base. And so I didn't really own my own pair of like glasses kind of like that. I hardly ever needed them, as this one misses down low for ball 3. I did own them, but I didn't, like I said, wear them a lot, especially here. So if I didn't have him at the field and I didn't know I was playing first base at the time, I'd be told, hey, going to first, Grant would let me borrow his glasses. Like, you're going to need these, and I want you to have them because I'm not going to give up hits because you can't see the ball. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Line drive, left side, well foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Said I'd rather you wear the glasses than...
There's some running going on there.
Yeah, they're going after the foul ball down the line there. Count full again here for another Oktaha Tiger batter. Hodgel to Casey. Way too high, ball 4. No question on that one. I'll put runners at first and second with 1 down. Brings up the top of the order. Cale Kesterman as the Oktaha Tigers will begin their 5th time through the lineup.
So you think he's going to put them glasses on?
Shumway probably, once the sun gets a little bit lower. I know that
he might.
Here on the YouTube stream, if you're watching that way, it's going to start getting bad. Around this time of year, the sun starts to set like it is. It starts getting a real bad glare.
Hard to see. You can tell that they're...
I thought that we wouldn't have to worry about it today. We have a...
There we go.
I think home plate umpire was saying at first there were 2 down, but I think most everyone knew there was 1 down. It was the strikeout to Elam. That was really all we had. We went walk, strikeout, walk so far.
I'd take it, though.
I would take it, too. First pitch. Crosses the letter, strike 1. Jordan Clark is warming up in the McAlester bullpen. He was warming up in the bullpen for McAlester yesterday, but Max Harmon was able to get some quick outs and go through 6 strong innings before Aiden Shumway closed it. Technically, Shumway could still pitch today if they needed him, but probably will not pitch. He only threw 20 pitches in the save on yesterday. Here's a foul ball in the box. Counts to 0-2 on the curveball from Hodgel. And if McAlester does play against Muskogee on Monday, if the rain sticks away and we get to have that game, don't expect to have someone go 7 innings, 100 pitches. McAlester playing later on that week in the regional tournament. I'm sure they want to have every arm available. And it'll be what I call Johnny Holstaff.
We got the glasses on now.
Yep, there it is. Sun peeking down now into McAlester. Shining bright on the field with the lights on still, too. The 0-2. Bounces in the turf, and the count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think you're right. I think we might have had some storms or rain kind of go around us, the way that some of the clouds started to look working around McAlester. But like you said, there's something about McAlester.
McAlester split. It just splits around us a lot. It did that a little bit this morning as well. Just evidently got the north side pretty bad this morning, though.
I did see that. 1-2 from Hodgel. Fastball misses up and outside. Counts even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of tree damage.
Some power lines. I think some of the trees fell on the power lines and brought some power lines down.
And, of course, it affected our AM transmitter on KNED.
Little roof damage on some houses and evidently a McAlester building. So
2-2. Missing way too high. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Cale Testerman. Pitch away from maybe loading the bases. First runner at first base right now. Connor Casey's having a hard time even seeing the plate right now.
He's holding his hand up.
Yeah, he's trying to block the sun so he can see where this ball's going to go. Hodgel trying to get back in the zone. The 3-2 pitch. And that's close. And the home plate umpire says it missed high. But, again, he looked like earlier in that count got a strike that was higher. And that'll be ball 4. I mean, that is the 3rd time that a borderline pitch that could have been strike 3 is called for ball 4 now on Gunnar Hodgel. And it loads the bases. Again, they got better views than we do, but that's very, very close. Brings up Mason Pickering, who is 0 for 2, but trying to put this one truly to bed if he can get a big hit here. Bases loaded, first pitch missing high, ball 1. That's just where Hodgel's missed so far, and that Coach Meadows, he stands up from his seat. He makes his way towards the mound. We'll have at least a 30-second break for a mound visit here on KNED.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
McAlester Buffaloes are down 9-4 here in McAlester, Oklahoma. Bases are loaded for the Oktaha Tigers. I mentioned it before we went to break here for this mound visit with Gunnar Hodgel, Troy Meadows, and Braden Phillips. This could also be a chance to get Jordan Clark a little bit more time to warm up, as he went into the bullpen about 2 batters ago. This could be Hodgel's last batter, depending on what happens here. He has walked the bases loaded, but like I said, 2 of them have been real close to being strike 3. 3 so far this game has been close to being strike 3, but 2 in this inning. He's already gotten 1 backwards K. Mason Pickering is up at the plate with the count 1-0. That sun is bright. That's the most duh statement of the year. 1 ball, no strikes. It's like we orbit around it, right?
That's it. Man.
It's almost like it heats up our planet. The 1-0 pitch misses up and outside, ball 2. And if you look off to the left, it looks like it never rained at all today. To the right, you still see some kind of clouds off in the distance. Some dark skies that way. 2-0 the count, and the pitch to the lefty, Mason Pickering. It's delivered and popped up in the infield. If it's fair, it's not going to go fair. It's in foul territory. Mullins gets called off from Caden Lesnow and makes the catch in foul territory up the left field line, and that's out number 2. At first, Mullins just hightailed it out there, and still I'm wondering where Lesnow was, and I peeked over just a bit to the right, and on a sprint was Lesnow. Never have to worry about Lesnow winning the ball, because I feel like he calls people off no matter where it's at, because he's got full confidence, and I would trust him too. Brings up Darren Ledford. Ledford has flown out to right, walked, struck out, and walked. Bases loaded, 2 down, big batter here, and I think that's a very big understatement. Curveball outside corner, strike 1. McAlester wants a chance to come back in this game. They've really got to keep it at a 5-run deficit right here. Like I said, a big hit here by any Oktaha batter could put it to bed. 0-1. Curveball, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Huge cut from Ledford, came up empty. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, top of the 7th inning, bases juiced in a 9-4 Oktaha lead. Hodgel to a pause. Deep breath, kicks, fires, pops it up and out of play. Watch out, anyone walking the track. You know there's got to be someone in the long history of the Mike Deak track and baseball field that's gotten hit by a baseball. You can't tell me that has not happened. Just walking the track, minding their own business, listening to their music.
I think walking the track, I've seen one hit the track.
Count is at 0-2. Still another big pitch here from Hodgel. The pitch pops it up in the infield left side, tailing towards the outfield grass. Lesnow underneath it. Makes the catch as the glove fell down to the turf. And that'll be out number 3. And the Buffaloes and Gunnar Hodgel work in and out of trouble, getting a strikeout and 2 flyouts in the process to be able to keep the game at 9-4. You can exhale a little bit, but right now don't exhale too long. Buffalo's trying to mount a 5-run comeback, and they got to face a mighty force in Nick Tolbert when we come back here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Buffaloes down by 5, 9-4 the score, and what could be their final inning of the season, unless McAlester can get this to extra innings at Mike Deak Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. Could be some of these seniors' final at-bat at Mike Deak Field. First pitch to Les now. Gives it a ride over to left field, carrying towards the warning track, towards the wall, and it hops off of the wall. It's going to be extra bases for Les now. Turns around second. He's got another one. A double by Caden Luss now gives him his 18th extra base hit. What is wild about that is the next closest person has 10 on the team. Another double on the first pitch he sees. Kind of replicating what he did yesterday in the 6th inning. That's a good start to the inning for the Buffaloes. Brings up Gandon Mullins, who's 0 for 3. McAlester with their 8th hit of the game that's tying the Oktaha Tigers. First pitch, swinging, missing, strike one. Mullins is grounded out at the shortstop, flown out to short, and again struck out swinging. Braden Phillips on deck is 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Phillips had a really good last couple of games, as he's 3 for 6 with 2 RBIs in his last 2. Oh, 1 the count, nobody out. Runner at second for the Buffaloes. Bottom of the 7th. This one's fouled off and out of play, and the count's now 0-2 on Mullins. I mentioned it. Mullins is the next closest guy in extra base hits. He's got 10 of them. Batting .255 coming into this game. 2 home runs still leads the team in that stat. 25 RBIs, good for second on the team behind Caden Luss now. The 0-2. Fastball misses low for ball 1. Now Mullins can possibly tie back his good buddy Les now, or maybe even get past him if he can drive one out. 1-2. And it's a line drive into the outfield turf. I think they're going to hold up Les now. They hold him up late. There's the throw in from left field to see where it goes. And taking second base on the throw is Gandon Mullins. It's a single, and he saw the long looping throw from left field, and he decided to take second base. That's a good job of base running, assisted there also by Coach Meadows at first. And the McAlester Buffaloes have runners at second and third and nobody out. This is the picture-perfect start to a rally here in the 7th. Still nobody out. Still a 5-run deficit, so there's still work to be done, but not a bad start at all. Back-to-back base hits. Brings up Braden Phillips, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. First pitch lands for a strike. Count 0-1. Tolbert with the windup with the runners at second and third as this one's popped up. Shallow left center field. I think this one could land. Underneath it will be the left fielder Ford. Tagging from left will be, or third base will be Les now, and he'll score with ease. And that's an RBI sac fly for Braden Phillips. A 3-ribby game for him. And Todd, I was mentioning it, Buffaloes are in striking distance again. Even though that's 2 outs to work with it, it's a 4-run game. If McAlester can get them loaded and then just get one good swing of the bat. I've seen it happen before. McAlester was up against Duncan back in 2019. It's one of the craziest stories I've ever seen happen out live as the first pitch to Stinchcomb misses down the turf for ball 1. Buffaloes were down 8, I believe it was 7-4 actually. 7-4 to the Duncan Demons, one of the best teams in 5A at the time. And year in, year out is always really good. And we got the bases loaded. And pinch hitting for the McAlester Buffaloes is a guy that had never had a varsity hit. He's a great athlete, Colby Squires. And he comes up to the plate. His first varsity hit was an opposite field grand slam to give the Buffaloes the lead in the 6th inning. Here's a ground ball up the middle. It'll be booted by the second baseman, grabs it back, fires the first just in time. Gets the out, but it does move the runner over to third base, and McAllister's down to their final out. Brings up Ethan Watkins. But Duncan would go on to tie the game. McAllister won it with a walk-off, but I'm sorry to whoever walked it off, but you don't forget a first pitch grand slam or for your first hit in varsity play, especially against the kind of talent that you were taking on. McAllister still has a lot of work to do. They're going to have that happen here, though. They're down 9-5, bottom of the seventh, down to their final out. Ethan Watkins is 0 for 2. First pitch from Tolbert to Watkins. Misses low and outside, ball 1. This is also important to note. This is Watkins' first time facing Tolbert. He has not seen him yet. Lowerman on deck was the first batter that Tolbert faced. 1-0. Fastball missing inside, ball 2. The wind still is gusting out to left. The 2-0 pitch. This one's fouled off and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, every time that Watkins hits the ball hard, he hits it hard. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, though, and now the Buffaloes are down to their final strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down. The windup, the 2-2 to Ewott. Fly ball, middle of the field, shortstop Casey calls off the other Casey, and that's out number 3. Buffaloes tried to mount the comeback. They make it a 9-5 game, but they fall just short to the Oktaha Tigers. A lot closer game than a lot of teams have seen against the Oktaha Tigers this year, but alas, it's still a loss, and McAllister falls to 19-14 on the year. But the Oktaha Tigers spoil McAllister senior night with a 9-5 win over the Black and Gold. We'll take a break and come back with some post-game stats and analysis here on.
Hey guys,
Graduation is only a month away,
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George 9 Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Welcome back to Mike Deak Field in beautiful McAlester, Oklahoma. And for the final time in the McAlester Buffaloes season, this is the last time that we will call any McAlester Buffalo baseball game here in the 2024 season, as it was the senior night for McAlester, again with the assistance of a turf field and just the luck of us not getting any rain this afternoon. The sun came out, and it ended up being a pretty beautiful evening as the McAlester Buffaloes, though, fall 9-5 to the Oktaha Tigers. They gave them a battle. Oktaha, I mentioned it, beginning of the game, might be one of the best teams McAlester faces all year, regardless of class, no matter where you played them. And they took them to a 9-5 loss. McAlester led at one point, 2-1. But again, Oktaha, they did what they needed to do late in the game to be able to pull away from McAlester. When the Buffaloes made it a 3-run game, which, again, you go into the 7th inning in a 3-run game, opposite of a 5-run game. Different story in that run that you scored. It makes it a 2-run game. You have the tying run up at the plate with someone who can hit home runs, and Ethan Watkins with the tying run over it, or the tie run at the plate, run right behind him over at third base. So it's a much different story, but that's all credit to the Oktaha Tigers on, taking pitches that aren't easily pitches that you can hit. I mean, down at the knees, outside corners, but they took what they were given, and then they drove those pitches.
And to the Buffaloes' credit, I mean, this team has beat some really good teams by a lot.
Not just beat them. I mean, I'm telling you, the district champions of your district were run ruled twice by them. That's how good that they are. They beat them 11-3 and then 14-3. They beat the top team in Class A. They beat a Bigsby team that just beats everybody. It seems like it beat them 8-6. Beat Rattan, who beat you earlier this year, 16-14. So yeah, I mean, multiple teams. I mean, Carl Albert, they only lost to them 8-5, and Carl Albert, the defending 5A state champions. So Buffaloes. I said it during the broadcast, and I'll say it again. I'm going to get my analysis out of the way here first, and then I'll do the stats, and then we'll give it over to – we'll do Todd, and then we'll go over the stats. But, I think McAlester played a better game today than they played yesterday. In the 5-2 win yesterday, they played worse than they did in a 9-5 loss today. Now, it doesn't – who cares? I mean, they're not going to care because they lost the game. You'd rather have the ugly win than we just mentioned in the pregame show. You'd rather have an ugly win than a pretty loss. And McAlester today had a pretty loss. I don't think there is any such thing as a pretty loss, but if you're going to define one as that, it's this, where McAlester had no errors. What came to bite them in the end, though, was too many free passes, too many walks, and that has really been the story so far when McAlster's gotten themselves in trouble in games where they've played good defense and hit the ball well. They just given up too many free passes. There were 10 walks / hit by pitches compared to Oktaha's only 3. But McAlester didn't strike out often. They struck out 4 times today. They hit the ball well. The offense was good. McAlester to have 5 runs against a really good Oktaha Tigers pitching staff was good. And
they just took advantage whenever there was a mistake. The Tigers took advantage. And did well.
Yeah, so there's really not much more you can say. McAlester hung with them, but what kind of got them in the end today was they put runners on base via the walk, and then the Oktaha Tigers, even though they only had 8 hits, they actually had 1 less hit than the McAlester Buffaloes today in this 9-5 win over McAlester. They had their hits with runners in scoring position when it mattered most, and that was pretty much the story of the game. Your final analysis, you kind of chimed in a little bit, but you don't get to come watch a lot of McAlester games. What'd you think so far, Todd?
Oh, man, I always enjoy a good night of baseball, and just what we've been saying, they really – it could have gone either way. When you really think about it, if we get one good shot with runners in scoring position, we just couldn't seem to get it done.
Every time it seemed like we pulled close, Oktaha just pulled away in the next half inning.
You'd get 2 ahead, and then they'd pull 4 ahead or something. So it was just one of those nights. I hate it for seniors since it is senior night, but
at least it wasn't a district game, though. At least it wasn't a game to end your season or anything. It's just, but I do take, and I always look at glass half full mentality with, I think you can do it with most games, is that your glass half full mentality here, you played against a good team, and you played against them pretty well with the exception of walks. Cut down on those, and you get to around the 3 walks that they gave up, you probably win the game, actually. If you cut down the walks by 7 and try to get even with them, you probably win the game. So after having, like I said, an ugly win yesterday, and then you play a lot better today and you hit the ball really well against a pretty good pitching staff, you got to feel good about the way that your offense is starting to flow if you can continue to do like you did today going into next week where you're going to take on a really good Collinsville team and your season's going to be on the line. I think McAlester last year when they went to the Bishop Kelly Regional, again, everyone knows McAlester had a rough time in April. They went 13-game losing streak in April and just couldn't find a way to win the close games. They played their best game of the season against the Oktaha Tigers to start off the regional tournament. I think that they're going to start hitting their stride again when the regionals come around. Will that be enough to be able to beat Collinsville or Grove in their regional? We'll find out. But you want to make sure that you have no regrets no matter what happens in the regional tournament, that you played your best ball and say that, hey, we did our best, and if it wasn't good enough, then it wasn't good enough. And I think if McAlester can play like they did today, and they can cut down on the walks, I think they'll have a chance to beat anybody. So that is what we're looking at here. Let's look at our post-game stats for sure. Brought to you by Big V Feed Center. Thank you, Brandon. And McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Shakota Wholesale Feed Company in Shakota. See them for your spring feeding program needs. We'll start off with the Oktaha Tigers that improved to 26-3 on the season. Kel Testerman went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, both of them on a double. Mason Pickering went 0 for 3 with 2 walks. Darren Ledford went 0 for 3 with 2 walks. Kip Christian had a heck of a day. He went 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, including a 2-run home run in his second at-bat. Nick Tolbert went over 2 with an RBI sac fly. Braxton Casey went 0 for 4. Hunter Ford went 2 for 2. A single, doubled, was hit by a pitch and then walked. Canyon Elam went 0 for 3 with an RBI sac fly. Connor Casey 1 for 2 with an RBI single after he was hit by a pitch. He also walked today, too. Kip Christian does get the win. Nick Tolbert does not get a save, but he did close the door on the McAlester Buffaloes. 8 hits today by the Tigers. Their pitching staff struck out only 4 McAlester batters. That's much better than the 12 that they had the day ago, so it struck the ball a lot better, but only gave up 3 passes, and McAlester didn't have a lot of those to work with. 2 errors today by the Oktaha Tigers. Thank you. Appreciate that. And that's what it looked like here as we had a little stuff come into the press box here. Thank you. So now let's look at the McAlester Buffaloes and their stat line. They went to 19-14 on the year. Leading it off, the center fielder, number 21, Aiden Shumway, went 1 for 4. Caden Lusnow went 2 for 3 with a single and his double in his final 2 plate appearances. Gandon Mullins went 1 for 4. Braden Phillips, 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Really good day for the senior Phillips here on senior day. Spencer Stinchcomb, he's not going to have to wait about being a senior until next year, but he still had a really good senior day. He went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, the junior, including an RBI single and an RBI double. Ethan Watkins went 0 for 3, but reached base twice, once on an error and then once on a walk. Jackson Lauerman went 0 for 3. Gunnar Hodgel 1 for 3 with a double, and Jaden Cheney 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Buffaloes again out-hit the Oktaha Tigers 9-8. They also struck out more Oktaha batters than Oktaha struck out McAlester batters. Between Watkins and Hodgel, they struck out 6. But the thing that got the Buffs today, 10 free passes. I believe it was 8 walks and 2 hit by pitches. And there were no errors by McAlester defense that played a really clean game today. So that is your final 9-5 McAlester Falls. And this will be your last time on any sports broadcast here, because
as far as we know.
As far as we know, but
you just never know.
You've already
what
said
comes around.
You've already said one goodbye on K101. You might as well do another one on K&D.
You bet. Hey, I have enjoyed my second time here, so that's why I say you never know. I could be back again, but I've enjoyed my second time here with McAlester Radio, working with some great folks, and just been a fun time. I enjoy the games too. Especially baseball.
Yeah, baseball. I mean, you're wearing a Texas Rangers jersey as we speak.
That's right. I was just looking at the game. I think they're up by 2 or 3 now. I know it says 1-1, but I think
attention. Hey, pay attention.
Hey, what do we got?
I'm kidding.
What do we got? Yeah, I'm looking at the Rangers game. I can't help it.
You're in the middle of your goodbye and you get caught up by the Rangers.
I can't help it. I'm old.
Hey, Yankees are tied up with the Brewers too. Bottom of the second. No, but Todd, we thank you for your time with McAlester Radio again. Thank you for your last 3 years that you've been here with your second stint, and gonna miss you a lot, buddy. You're a great worker, great coworker, and a great friend, and we appreciate all that you've done, not just for us as McAlester Radio, but us as a human being and a coworker and a friend to all of us here at McAlester Radio. We appreciate you, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
You always got friends in McAlester Radio. Just call us up.
There you go.
Thank you, Todd. Todd Allen, ladies and gentlemen, working on our camera today. And also, we'd like to thank our sponsors as well: Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, the Bank and A, OK Tire and Auto, Fenton Nissan, Angels Diner, T&W Tire, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, and Reagan Auto. McAllister's next game will be on Monday as scheduled right now, again, weather permitting. But again, as of right now, scheduled for at Muskogee will be their regular season finale before they go to the Collinsville Regional. Again, a big thank you to our board operator, Wyatt Hubbard, who was all over the place today, and also James Camp. James Camp and Wyatt Hubbard both helped us out today. As, again, we mentioned Todd Allen on our video camera as well. And thank you, listener, for spending your Friday evening with us. And one final time for Mike Deak Field here on Senior Night in McAlester, Oklahoma. It was the Oktaha Tigers 9 and your McAlester Buffaloes 5. This is the final time for Mike Deak Field for the 2024 season until Monday when we travel to Muskogee.